Hello everyone and welcome to my Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster guide for every single achievement in the game. In this video we're going to go through all 50 achievements in the Deluxe Remaster version of the game and how to get it as quickly and efficiently as possible. It should take you about, I would say, 20 hours or less to get all these achievements following this video. There are timestamps in the description of the video so you can move around to achievements if you already have some. But in this video I'm going to start as if I had never played the game. So as a level 1 character, I'm gonna go from 0 achievements to 50 and show you exactly how that can be done efficiently and easily. So there's gonna be multiple playthroughs. So the very first playthrough of the game is where most of the stuff will be done. So our first playthrough of 72-hour mode will get about 40 achievements, 39 to 40, depending on different factors, which I'll talk about later. On overtime mode, we're gonna be getting, I think, 4 or 5 achievements. And then there's gonna be 2 achievements that we're gonna have to get in a separate playthrough, which is Tower Guide and a Grateful 8, which requires a very specific setup of survivors. So we can't really do those 2 achievements in the first playthrough because then we wouldn't be able to get the Saint achievement. And then for the remaining achievements, there's gonna be another playthrough where we just play for about an hour or 2 to get the Zombie Annihilator achievement, which is killing 53,000 zombies, which obviously we can't really do if we're doing all the other achievements in one playthrough. And there's also Infinity mode, which has 2 achievements for surviving 5 days and 7 days. So this is gonna be a pretty long video, so feel free to skip around, or if you're playing along, then I suggest that you take breaks and notes and keep track of things, because there is a lot of collectibles in this game and I've tried my best to make it as easy to follow along with in this video, but I would still suggest that you take notes of the achievements that you have, the ones that you still need, and the collectibles as you go through the game, just to help yourself and make sure that you don't miss anything. So we're gonna jump straight into our first playthrough here, and we are in the photograph section of the game where we can actually get a little bit of XP here by taking some pictures of different events that happen in the intro. And the cool thing about the remaster is that we actually have 100 pictures available to take with the camera instead of just 30, so feel free to just spam pictures here and get as much XP as you can. It really doesn't matter. Also, our very first achievement is taking a picture, so make sure that you at least take 1 picture here and you'll get a free achievement. But yeah, just make sure that you leave about, I don't know, I'd say 20 pictures in your camera, just to make sure, so that you have enough to take some pictures before we get to a battery charger for the camera, because we're gonna need to take some pictures after this section here. As we land on the rooftop, we'll then make our way into the security room, granting us another achievement, Welcome to Hell. And right as we enter the security room, we're gonna take a picture of the board right above the, I guess, bed, where you can save your game in the security room. So this is actually a PP sticker. There are 100 stickers to find throughout the map, and this is the very first one. So this is definitely an achievement that I would recommend keeping track of to make sure that you have all the PP stickers, you didn't miss any. And in-game, there's actually an in-game album for PP stickers that you can get access to at any time in the menu, in the pause menu. So you can actually go there and it will actually give you a preview of the PP stickers. So if you missed any at some point in the video, you can always refer to this in-game and get a good idea of where it is and go take it. Also, I want to mention, even if you miss some things, if you miss a PP sticker, if you miss a clothing item, if there's anything that you miss, an achievement, or if you run out of time in between 2 cases and you don't have time to do everything that I do in this playthrough, that is completely fine, because at the end of the game you will have a 50-minute window after the military arrives to basically do whatever you want. There's gonna be nothing for you to really do during those sections. There's only 2 achievements related to the military at this point, and they're very easy to get. So during that 50-minute window you will have time to go back and grab any stickers or any clothing or anything that you missed collectible wise at that point. So if you miss something, or if you have trouble keeping up with me in the video and you feel like you're gonna run out of time, you can always just just continue with the main story, continue with the survivors, and put these aside, and later at the end of the game you will have time to go back. There's also the fact that in Deluxe Remaster, collectibles, zombies killed, everything that you do is transferable between playthroughs. So even if there is some stuff that you miss and you didn't have time to do it all, even with the military window, then you can always do these in another playthrough. So for example, if you missed 2 stickers, you can always go back and grab those 2 when you go for the tour guide and Grateful 8 achievements in the second playthrough. So yeah, feel free to follow along, but if there is some stuff that you find a bit too hard or a bit too tight on time, then you always have the option to do it later. So as we enter Entrance Plaza, very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab another PP sticker, which is at the entrance door. We're just gonna take a picture of that, and also this is gonna take track of the achievement called Census Taker. This one is to photograph 30 survivors in the game, so just make sure that you go ahead and take a photo of every single survivor in the entrance. Also, there's another PP sticker we can grab here, which is the green tent. Just go ahead and grab that. There's also a percentage meter at the bottom of the screen when you are looking at a PP sticker. It doesn't matter which percentage you get for the achievement as long as you take a picture of it. It could be 1%, it doesn't matter, but you do get more XP for grabbing it at 100, giving you 5000 XP. And also, if there are other things in the picture such as zombies or survivors, it will multiply that XP. I once had a 12,000 XP picture just from taking a PP stickers with a bunch of zombies around it, so it's definitely worth it, especially at the beginning of the game, to try to get the 100%. because it gives you a lot of PP. After you photographed every survivor in the entrance, you should get Portraiture achievement, which is the third achievement that we're unlocking. After the zombies break in, right away we're gonna jump on top of this sign, I guess, and take a picture of the whole horde, giving us the group photo achievement, which is the fourth achievement. It is to take a picture of 50 targets in one picture, and it's very easy to do here. If you forget to take it, you can always go to the maintenance tunnels and take a picture there. There should be enough zombies there to get you the achievement as well. Before you leave back to the security room, I would suggest grabbing the shotgun here. It's very useful. The shotgun is actually one of the best guns in the game, and it's going to be very useful in this playthrough. We're going to be using a lot of shotguns, and grabbing this first one here is going to be pretty useful to take out Carlito coming up. So I would definitely suggest that you grab that. As you make your way to the security room, I would suggest just grabbing these coffee creamers, and as you leave the security room, you're going to have a cutscene. Afterwards, before you do anything else, turn around and take a picture of the vent entrance, which is also a PP sticker, our fourth one at this point. And it's very important to take this one before day 3, because we actually need this picture to save some survivors on day 3. So a cool feature that Deluxe Remaster has is you can go into your album in the pause menu, and you can actually pick one of the pictures and lock it so that it doesn't disappear, because there's a limit of 32 pictures in your album. When you take more than 32 pictures, then the first one will delete itself. So to make sure that we keep that picture until day 3, we're gonna have to lock it here and make sure that it stays in our playthrough forever. Afterwards, head over to Jeff and talk to him and recruit him in your party. Afterwards, you can make him meet up with Natalie, which is on the opposite side of the roof. When they see each other, they're actually gonna go ahead and hug. While they hug, there's a PP sticker that's gonna trigger on their heads. If you take a picture of that PP sticker, it's gonna give you 10,000 PP and also count towards Census Taker for Natalie. That 10,000 PP is actually an achievement called the Artiste. So make sure that you grab it, and that's going to be your 5th achievement here. Afterwards, you can go ahead and save Jeff and Natalie. We're not going to need them anymore, and it gives you a lot of PP for doing so as well. Once you save Natalie and Jeff, then you can make your way to Paradise Plaza. And here, we actually have a lot of time before any survivors spawn or before we have to go and do the main case. So I'm actually going to take the opportunity here to get every single collectible in Paradise Plaza and get that location out of the way. And so right as we spawn into Paradise Plaza, just beside us there's there's going to be a bird statue on top of the clock here. Just take a picture of that. That's a PP sticker. You can recharge your batteries at the camera shop right next to it as well. Then a little bit further, there's a Kids Choice clothing store. You are also going to take a picture of that logo of the sign on top of the store. That's another PP sticker. Then we're going to go inside the store and put on the clothes that are in the store, and also in the back store storage room there's also a horse head which we can put on. Making our way out of the store, we're actually gonna go up the stairs, and cool little secret here, if you didn't know from the original, you can actually climb here on that ledge. Just follow along the ledge and you will end up on an SMG weapon, which is also great for killing Carlito. In case you run out of shotgun bullets, I would suggest grabbing it. And then we're gonna jump out of the ledge, and it's gonna grant us the Freefall achievement, giving us our 6th achievement. You can also get that achievement later. It's very easy to get in Entrance Plaza, for example. You can jump from the 2nd floor to the 1st floor in case you missed it here. So after our fall, we're gonna make our way to the Child's Play store. I'm gonna enter and put on the Servo Bot Mask, which is another clothing item we're gonna need for clothes horse achievement. While we're here, we're gonna take a picture of the giant servo bot in the store, which is another PP sticker. Coming out of the store, there's a CD store right across. There's also a PP sticker here of the sign. Just take a picture of her. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the Cantonbury's store and put on the fedora, the black and purple shoes, and the white shirt suit as well. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the glasses store right next door, and here there's 5 different glasses we can grab, so make sure that you get all 5 of them. And also in the glasses store there is a PP sticker on the clock on the wall. Make sure that you grab a picture of that while you're here. Leaving the store, we're gonna make our way to the Sport Rents store, or whatever how it's called, and we're actually going to get those shoes here. And also there's a PP sticker of the basketball net. Make sure you grab a picture of that as well. And at this point you should have 10 PP stickers taken, giving you the PP photo achievement, which is our 8th achievement. Afterwards, we're gonna go back out of that store and into the old toy box store. Here there is a bear mask we can put on, and also a PP sticker of some teddy bears on the shelf. Make sure you grab that. Coming out of the store, on the right there's another toy stores. We're gonna go in here and change our clothing into the green shirt kid clothing, and also take a picture of the sign on top of the store for another PP sticker. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the 2nd floor of Paradise Plaza, coming up the stairs that are right next to the bathroom on the 1st floor. In that staircase, there's actually a PP sticker of the Kids Choice clothing sign. Just take a picture of that for another PP sticker. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the jewelry store on the 2nd floor and take a picture of the vase. You need to take it from the back end of the store in order for the PP to trigger. Coming out of the store, I suggest grabbing a skateboard, as we're gonna be needing that to travel around a lot, especially with how slow Frank is at low levels. And then going into the Colombian Roast Makers restaurant, grabbing some orange juice. You have an infinite supply here throughout the whole game, so if you ever need some health, here is an infinite supply of it. At the restaurant, there is actually a PP sticker on a sign. Coming out of the restaurant, we're gonna make our way into the clothing store right next door. There's actually a PP sticker on the green shirt in the middle of the store. Just grab a picture of that. And also, we're gonna change clothes here on that rack. Now that we're back on the 1st floor, we're gonna take a picture of the store, the guitar store right next to the stairs we just went down to, called Tune Makers. We're gonna take a picture of the sign here for another PP sticker. And then we're gonna go a little bit further into the other restaurant, and we're gonna take a picture of the sign of Jill's Sandwiches. Once we have all of these, that is every collectible in Paradise Plaza. So we can actually make our way to the park, and here there's a few more PP stickers we can grab before we go and save Carlito. So there's actually 3 pictures of the clock tower in the middle of the park that we need to take from 3 different angles on the clock tower. The first angle is from coming from Paradise Plaza, so you just look at it from that direction and take a picture. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way towards the garden with all the purple flowers, and that's gonna be another angle that we can take a picture of. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way towards the lake on the other end of the clock tower and take a picture of it from that angle as well. And that's gonna be 3 PP stickers in the park here. There's actually a 4th PP sticker, but we're gonna come back and grab it later. It's near the maintenance tunnel if you want to grab it now. Then we're gonna make our way into the Carlito fight. So again, you can just use your shotgun here. You don't even have to move and you should be able to take Carlito out. If not, then you can always go and finish him off. While you're here, I suggest you take that Uzi we grabbed earlier and shoot all these big plates on the wall here. Destroying each plate gives you 1000 PP, and once you destroy all of them, it gives you a bonus of 10,000 PP, which is really good for leveling up. It also almost gives you a full level at level 13. Once you're done breaking all the plates, make sure you grab a picture of the Chris's Fine Food mascot here on the wall. It's also a PP sticker. Next up, I'm going to show you another UZ location you can grab. You just jump on the side here, and following the ledge, there's a SMG right next to the big mascot character. And speaking of, we're gonna jump off of him and then take a picture of him. He's also a PP sticker. Afterwards, go ahead and finish off Carlito if he's not dead already. And after the cutscene ends, we're actually gonna go ahead and take some more pictures here. So we're actually gonna clear the food court collectibles as well. So our first PP sticker is going to be of the pizza store. Just take a picture of that. Then to the right of that, we have the Jade Paradise PP sticker as well. Continuing on with the ice cream shop, Frozen Creams. Just go ahead and take a picture of that. Then we have Meaty Burgers. We have the Dark Bean and Central Tacos. Once you've taken a picture of all the signs here, we're actually going to take a picture of the food court sign in the middle of all of them. Afterwards, we're going to make our way back down to the entrance of the food court and take a picture of the food court mascot right on top here. Afterwards, we're going to take a picture of this guy on a horse, and that's all the PP stickers in the food court. So then we're going to make our way to Alfresca Plaza, and here we have a bunch of PP stickers as well. So right as we spawn into Alfresca, we're going to go to the right here and break the window and get into the gym. In the gym, there's a picture right here of these posters. Take a picture of that. And also there's a save room in here, so if you want to go ahead and save your game or you skip time, this is a good place to do it. Next, we're going to take a picture of the Flexin green flag on the wall. There's actually multiple ones in the store, but it's the one on the wall just to the left of the save room door. Afterwards, we're going to take a picture of that running thing. I don't know what it's called in English, I'm sorry. And also you can use it to just walk on it for about, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds, and you'll eventually get 2000 PP for doing that. Afterwards, we're going to take a picture of the bicycles and then a picture of these posters here in the back end of the store, and also a picture of the lift or the weights or whatever. Afterwards, as we come out of the gym, we're actually going to take a picture of the food court sign right above where we entered the area initially. Afterwards, we're going to continue on here. There's actually a glasses shop in Alfresca. I would suggest grabbing all 5 glasses again, because to be quite honest, I didn't really keep track of which glasses store have which glasses, but there's like 7 or 8 in the game and each store has 5 of them. So just grab all 5 of the glasses whenever you enter one of those shops, and you'll get all the glasses you need for the achievement. In the glasses shop, there's also a PP sticker here. Don't forget to grab it. And this is actually our 40th PP sticker at this point, which is almost halfway through the whole PP stickers. Now, coming out of the glasses store, we're gonna go right across the street here into the shop called Brand New You. And right as we enter, we actually have a PP sticker here of the shoes. Just take a picture of that. At the back of the store, there's also a pink dress you can put on for the achievement. Exit the store and continue on towards Entrance Plaza. You're gonna have a few more PP stickers here. There's one of the Colombian Roast Makers Cafe. Take a picture of the sign. On the left, there's then the Hamburger fiefdom store. Take a picture of the menu. And finally, the last secret UZ you can grab in the game is in this fountain here. So now you know of all 3 locations of those SMGs. Once you're done taking all the pictures in alfresco, we can then make our way to the entrance plaza and continue on with the main case. After the cutscene, make your way up the 2nd floor, and there's gonna be a makeup store right as you get up. There's actually a PP sticker in here in the back. Just take a picture of that. And there's also the last glasses store. Just make sure you grab all the 5 glasses in this store, and then you definitely have all the glasses unlocked. After grabbing all the glasses in the store, we're gonna make our way to the in the closet store, and in the back here we're gonna have a survivor called Bill. We're gonna have to save him. He's behind the boxes here in the back. You just have to talk to him, and then eventually he will run out of the store and freak out because of the zombies, and then you just talk to him again and he will start following you. While you're in the store, there's also a fedora you can grab and a cap as well. Make sure you grab those. When you exit the store, take a left and then a right across the bridge, and then you will enter Ned's Knickknackery, which holds some really good weapons. There's katanas here and the battle axe, which are very good weapons to use for yourself and the survivors you escort as well. Also in here, there's a PP sticker on this royal crown. Just take a picture of that, and also make sure to take a picture of Bill to get progress on the census taker achievement. Afterwards, we will exit the store and take a left, and there's a jewelry store right next door. We're gonna enter the store and go to the back, and we will take a picture of the vase in the store as well. It's another PP sticker. Afterwards, we'll continue hugging left, and we will have a sports store in here. You can actually spin the racks here by hitting them with a melee weapon, granting you 2000 PP for each. Afterwards, we're gonna head back down to the 1st floor and we will grab a parasol. There's actually an achievement that we need to do to hit 10 zombies in one swing of the parasol. So if you're playing on PC, just be aware that the controls are a little bit different than the original. Instead of holding left click, you have to just press it once, and then Frank will keep going with it. Otherwise, you'll just keep stopping. So just make sure that you hit 10 zombies with the parasol, granting you the Raining Zombies achievement. On the 1st floor, there's a shoe store. Just go and grab these white shoes. Right across from the shoe store, there's actually the men's storehouse store, which has a black outfit. Just put it on. Once we're done, we're gonna go to Alfresco Plaza again and start escorting survivors back to the safe room. At this point, it should be around 5 p.m. and you should have received the calls for Barricade Pair A and B, and also a Mother's Lament. I recommend that you don't take too much time grabbing all the collectibles beforehand. If you get past 5 p.m, I would just skip over to just go back to Alfresco and continue on, because at 6 p.m. we will have the convicts spawn in the park, and they are a nightmare to deal with when you are escorting a lot of survivors. And also, if you are fighting the convicts and the 7 p.m. cutscene plays telling you that the zombies are stronger at night, if that cutscene plays while you are fighting the convicts outside, it will actually glitch the game. At least in the current patch of the game, of the release of the game, this hasn't been patched at the time of this video. So what happens is that even if you kill the convicts, they will always spawn back when you go back into the park, no matter what. Usually they respawn every day at midnight, but with that glitch, they will actually never be defeated. Now, that doesn't do anything for the achievements. You can still continue on, and it doesn't like soft lock you out of achievements or anything. You can still kill them and get the car and everything and hijack the car, but it's just annoying because every single time you're gonna go outside, there's gonna be the Jeep there waiting for you to fight again. So just be aware of that. Make sure that you are not outside fighting the convicts at 7 p.m. or the game will glitch. And if you can make it outside before 6 p.m, you won't even have to deal with them at all. So anyways, we're now heading to the barricade pair A and B. Once you enter the barricaded store, Bert is going to talk to you, and then he's going to start hitting you with his baseball bat. Just give him, I think it's 3 hits, and then you can talk to him and he will join you, and Aaron as well. Once you have these 2 survivors, head back outside and into the jewelry store just on the left, and in here you're gonna have Leah. Go ahead and talk to her. She's gonna grab you and stuff. There's a bunch of discussion going on, and then after that she will follow you. Make sure you clear a path for your survivors, because even though they're smarter in the remastered, they're still dumb. So just be careful, especially in Alfresco with the amount of zombies in here. It's very easy for survivors to get stuck and get killed here. It's one of the most dangerous locations to escort survivors in. So one trick that I like to do is just run to the food court door and use it. If somebody gets stuck behind, they will get unstuck by the loading screen, and then you can just load back into Alfresco, and once you load back, the zombies will be in different locations and he won't be stuck anymore, and then he'll walk back to you, and then you can go to the food court again. Just a little tip here. Also, just on your right when you enter the food court, there's also a bunch of wine bottles. There will always be there, so if you need to heal your survivors, there's a great place to do it as well. So here at 5:30, I actually make my way outside to the park, escorting all the survivors, and we're just gonna walk all the way to Paradise Plaza. And again, just keep an eye on your survivors. Sometimes they will get stuck in the hordes of zombies and whatnot. Make sure you give them weapons if they don't have any, and just escort Leah. Escorting your survivor on your back makes it very hard for zombies to grab you, so it's actually a pretty good strategy to just grab a survivor on your back whenever you can. Makes it a lot harder for zombies to grab you. Once we enter Paradise Plaza, we have to go talk to Kent, and he's located on the Colombian Roast Makers restaurant on the 2nd floor of Paradise Plaza. Just go up there and talk to him. Afterwards, he's gonna want you to take a picture of him, and taking a picture of him actually grants you progress towards the Psychopath Photo achievement. The first challenge he's gonna want you to do is to get a picture worth 700 pp of him. An easy way to do this is to take a picture right as he is taking a picture. So whenever you see his flash going off, just take a picture of him. You just have to time it right. Sometimes he will stand still and allow you to continue taking picture easily, and other times he'll just run off to the 1st floor and get distracted by zombies, and it's really annoying, but eventually you'll be able to take a picture of his cool pose. The cool pose in question is whenever he puts his fists in the air after taking a picture. So you just have to be patient here and wait for him to stop fucking around, and eventually he will take a picture and do the cool pose, and you can take a picture of him. Once you're done with that, there's going to be a cutscene with him telling you your next challenge for the next day, which is to get a 1000 pp outtake score, which we'll be doing later, but let's not worry about that just now. We do have until the next day to do it. So after you're done with Kent, head back to the 1st floor, and we're actually gonna go back into the park with all our survivors. Now at the park, we're gonna have the convicts who now spawned in, and what we're gonna be doing is tell our survivors to stay at the door while we go and grab Sophie. Just skateboard your way to Sophie, grab her hand, and walk right back to Paradise Plaza. We'll deal with the convicts later. Once you have all 5 survivors in Paradise Plaza, just escort them back to the safe room and make sure that they don't get grabbed or anything. Once you get to the storage room, you will have the zombie queens cutscene, and now they will start spawning into the game, which is a very useful weapon. And there's always 1B next to this elevator here as you enter, but in my game I actually had the 7 PM cutscene trigger before I was able to grab it, so it actually respawned all the zombies, so I couldn't grab a queen here, unfortunately, but I would definitely recommend that you grab it if you can. Once you're on the roof, make sure that you don't forget to take a picture of all your survivors that you're escorting, because they will all be counting towards the census taker achievement. Afterwards, you can save them in the safe room, and that will give you a few levels for escorting 5 survivors. Once we're done with that, we are told that the next case is at 6 AM, so we actually have time to go back outside and do some more stuff. Also, I want to mention that there is an achievement for answering 30 calls from Otis. It's a lot lot easier to do than in the original. I don't really need to put like a counter on the screen for those. It's just whenever you get a call, just make sure you answer it, and you can also skip all of it. As long as you answer and skip it and finish it, that will count towards the achievement, and you only need 30 out of 42 calls. So this achievement is really not as bad as the original. So I'm just gonna mention it here just in case. Make sure that you answer your calls. So we're gonna head back into the park, and we're actually just gonna go straight to North Plaza. In North Plaza, there is actually a coffee creamer up on that little walk here. I'm mentioning this one here because it's gonna be very useful, especially towards the end of the game where we're gonna be going to North Plaza a lot. If you need food at any point, there's always a coffee creamer that spawns up there. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the gun shop, and we're gonna have the Cletus boss fight. So Cletus also has a PP sticker that triggers whenever he drinks from his alcohol bottle. Make sure you grab a picture of him, and that will give you 5,000 PP and also count towards the Psycho Photo achievement. Afterwards, you can use these little boards or whatever as cover. These will completely protect you from his shots, and if you don't have a weapon on you, you can kill him with melee weapons. Just make sure you don't jump on the other side of the counter, or he will throw you back and you will lose a lot of health from that. So whenever he's reloading or whenever he's drinking, go ahead and hit him, and whenever he's shooting, make sure you go and take cover. Once you defeat Cletus, you will get the self-defense achievement for killing a psychopath, and afterwards we can actually go ahead and grab ourselves 3 shotguns and 1 sniper. If you don't have enough space for all of it, you can also just grab 2 shotguns. Just make sure that you grab at least 1 sniper. There's also some PP stickers we're gonna take while we're here. So there's actually 2 deer heads on each opposite corner of the store. Take a picture of both for 2 PP stickers. Going outside, on each side of the door there are some posters and some guns. Grab a picture of both on each side for 2 other PP stickers, making our total now of 50 PP stickers, making us officially halfway through that achievement. Afterwards, go back outside and go ahead and kill the convicts with the shotguns we just grabbed at the store. It shouldn't be too much trouble with the shotguns because it's very powerful. Just make sure that you have enough health and that they don't hit you too much. If you find them moving too much and it's annoying you, you can always let them hit you once. Whenever the convict drives into you, he will stop for at least 5 seconds. So you have time to get a few hits on him after he hits you. Once you defeat the convicts, just take the car and drive around. You will then get the carjacker achievement for doing that. We're gonna drive our way to the maintenance tunnel and head into it. As we enter the maintenance tunnel, we're gonna take a right and then a left and then a right again, and we're gonna step out of the car. There's actually a door here. We can enter a storage room. At the far right corner of the storage room, we will find the maintenance tunnel key, and we're gonna need that for later, so make sure that you grab that key. It's gonna make your life a lot easier later in the game. Afterwards, we go back to the park. So exiting from the storage room, we take a left, and then we take a right, and then a left again. As we load back into the park, we're actually going to get out of the car and take the picture of the 4th PP sticker in the park, which is of that sign right above the tunnel entrance. Afterwards, we're gonna go and drive to the food court entrance, and we are gonna grab the machine gun on the back of the Jeep, and we're actually gonna be using that in just a few moments with the Adam the Clown fight. As you enter the food court, remember that on your left you can always go and grab some wine if you need more health, and afterwards we're gonna wait until 9 p.m. and then we're gonna head into Wonderland Plaza, where Adam the Clown will spawn. Once you're in Wonderland Plaza, take a left and up the stairs. Just follow the path up there until you reach the middle, then take the stairs up to the right and use the control machine to trigger the Adam psychopath fight. So with the machine gun, Adam is actually going to be very easy to kill. Just be aware that he will block every attack if he's not currently doing an animation or an attack. But using the machine gun, whenever you have a chance to do damage on him, you will lose a lot of health. You can kill him in like less than a minute here using the machine gun. Once you've killed Adam, he will drop a mini chainsaw on the ground. Make sure that you grab that, and afterwards we're going to interact with the control machine again to save the survivor Greg. Once Greg is saved, another chainsaw will spawn on the ground, so you can grab a second one if you wish so. It's a pretty good weapon, so I would recommend to grab it if you have the space for it. Afterwards, Greg is actually gonna take you to a shortcut, so just follow him, and whenever he stops to wave at you to tell you to follow him, he will have a PP sticker which gives you 2600 PP approximately, and also count towards census taker, so just take a picture of him. At that point, I actually got the bullet point achievement for shooting 300 bullets, and right afterwards, as we got into the bathroom, I unlocked the mall worker achievement for discovering the shortcut by Greg. So just use the shortcut to get back to Paradise Plaza with Greg. Afterwards, we're gonna have to wait until 10 p.m. So you can just time skip depending on how much time you have left. And when 10 p.m. hits, you will get a call about Japanese tourists A and B. Whenever you get that call, then you can teleport back to Wonderland Plaza. Once in Wonderland Plaza, we're gonna make our way back to the second floor, and right to our left, there's gonna be a bookstore. There's a PP sticker of the logo of the store, which is Sir Book-a-Lot. Take a picture of that and then enter the store to find Shinji and you. You're actually gonna have to grab a book which is located right behind the counter on the right as you enter, and with that book it will allow Frank to speak Japanese, allowing you to escort these two survivors and have them follow you. As they finish talking, they will also trigger a PP event. You can go ahead and take a picture of them, and also it counts towards your census taker achievement. Once you have all 3 survivors, we actually have a little bit more time to spare here, so we're gonna go ahead and grab some PP stickers around Wonderland Plaza. Tell your survivors to stay near the bookstore while we go back to the first floor to grab some PP stickers. We're gonna make our way back down to the first floor, and right down those stairs there is a playground section, so we're just gonna go ahead and take a picture of that big yellow and red house. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the opposite end of the playground on the other side, going towards the food court. We're gonna take a picture of this windmill, and that's another PP sticker. Just be aware that the rotors actually move and will hide the PP sticker, so you have to time it right to make sure that you get the PP sticker from it. Afterwards, there's another big house that we need to take a picture of. Then we have a PP sticker on the giant rabbit. Just grab a picture of him. Afterwards, make your way up the middle of those stairs. There's a PP sticker of the spaceship cardboard up near where we killed Adam. Just take a picture of it from this angle and it should trigger. Afterwards, if you continue on the second floor, there's actually a camera shop where you can recharge your batteries here as well, because at that point probably will start needing to. Once you have your batteries charged, make your way back to the survivors, but don't grab them yet. We're actually gonna go all the way back to where we killed Adam the Clown, and we're gonna take some PP stickers here. So there's another spaceship cardboard on the left here. Make sure you grab a picture of it. Then a picture of the Space Rider logo in the middle, and then finally you have a UFO on the right side. Right behind you, there's a sports store. The sports logo of the store is a PP sticker as well. Make sure you grab it. I do want to say it's a bit finicky with the PP stickers. Here, you need to have the right angle for them. So just make sure you kill the zombies around you and use a little bit of patience, and you will finally get the right angle to grab it. After that, we're gonna enter the sports store, and we're gonna grab a outfit at the back end of the store in that closet. Plaza. Afterwards, we're gonna take a right coming out of the store, and we're gonna enter another sports store right next to it. And there's actually a baseball cap here we can grab. Also some black and orange shoes. Coming out of the store, we're gonna make our way past the survivors and going towards North Plaza. We're gonna have one last PP sticker to take of the other giant rabbit near the North Plaza entrance. Afterwards, you can tell your survivors to come follow you and actually head into North Plaza at 11 p.m. You have to wait until you get the call for Shadow of the North Plaza. Once you get that call, then you can go into North Plaza with your survivors to go and save David. What I like to do when I get into North Plaza is just tell the survivors to stay at the door, and then we'll go grab some more stuff and David on the way. So on your left here, on the left side of the supermarket, there's actually a knives store. We're gonna enter the store, grab some knives if you need to, and can give some to your survivors as well. And there's 2 PP stickers in here of shelves with knives on them on each side of the store. Just grab the picture of those PP stickers in here. Afterwards, we're gonna take a picture of the supermarket logo. Then afterwards, we're gonna drop down and make our way to David. All you have to do is talk to him. Eventually, he will follow you. You can actually offer your shoulder to him, which is not as great as carrying survivors, but still makes it harder for zombies to grab you. So just go ahead and help him out and go all the way back to the Wonderland Plaza door where your survivors are waiting, and then head back into Wonderland Plaza. Once in Wonderland Plaza, take all your survivors back to the bathroom where the shortcut is that Greg just showed you. And once all your survivors are in the bathroom, use the shortcut and make your way back to Paradise Plaza. Once in Paradise Plaza, just make your way back to the safe room, and we're actually gonna go ahead and save those survivors. Again, if you haven't already, take a picture of all your survivors, and don't forget one of David to count towards your census taker achievement. Afterwards, just go ahead and save them. At this point, you'll have a cutscene that triggers in the safe room. Afterwards, we have a bit of free time before the next case, which is only at 6 a.m. So we have about half an hour here of basically just doing free time. So we're gonna head back to Paradise Plaza. From Paradise Plaza, we're gonna go to the right, and all the way to the end, there's the Movie Land area. We're gonna go and head into Movie Land. As you enter Movie Land, there's a bunch of PP stickers here. On the left, there's one of the Ratman. Take a picture of him. Then take one of the Movie Land logo right on top. And then take one of Mega Man 2 on the right side. Afterwards, enter the area, and on your left, there's gonna be 5 posters on the wall. There's actually 4 PP stickers here. The first one on that knight poster, the next one on the dolphin poster, the third one on, I guess, the movie poster, the yellow one, and then the Ratman poster. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the opposite side of the room where we have a statue of Ratman. We're gonna take a picture of him. And then to the left of Ratman, we have a fox cardboard. Take a picture of him. And right behind Ratman, there's also another cardboard of a fox. Grab a picture of this one as well. Afterwards, on the shelves, there is a clothing item of a Mega Man helmet. Make sure that you grab that. And that's all the collectibles in the Movie Land area. So you can now go back to Paradise Plaza. In Paradise Plaza, we're gonna make our way to the Dolphins statue, and there's actually a bowling ball here in the water. We're gonna go ahead and grab that. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the strike achievement for hitting 5 zombies with a single bowling ball throw. Might take a few attempts, but there should be enough zombies here to get the achievement quite easily, as it is nighttime and there's more zombies around. Once you're done with that achievement, we're actually gonna go ahead and use the shortcut back to Wonderland Plaza, and we're gonna finish off this area from all the collectibles. As you enter Wonderland Plaza, make your way on the first floor. We're gonna continue on that path all the way to that clothing store called Casual Gals. In that store, there's a dress that we can put on, a blue dress at the back end of the store. Afterwards, make your way out of the store and continue on to the right and enter the Small Fry Duds store right next to it. There's also a purple kids clothing item you can grab. Afterwards, we have a PP sticker of the Small Fry Duds logo of the store. Take a picture of that. In the same store, there's also a green balloon hanging from the ceiling. Grab a picture of the PP sticker on there. After that, make your way out of the store, and across from it, there's a makeup store. We're gonna go ahead and grab the red hair clothing item and the blonde hair as well. Afterwards, make your way back upstairs on the second floor. Coming up from the right side, you will have a store called Modern Businessman. At the end of the store, there is a yellow suit you can put on. Make your way back outside, and in the Lovely Fashion House store, you will find a pink dress, a pink flower dress. Put that on as well. Make your way back down to the first floor, and just to the right of the stairs, you will have the Scuffs and Scrapes store. There's a PP sticker in here of some child's clothing on some mannequins. Take picture of that. In the same store, there's also the final kids clothing item, which is a blue shirt. Coming out of the store, head to the next store right next to it called Home Runners. In here, you will have a sports outfit, the black one. And there's also a PP sticker in here of a photo of football players. So go ahead and grab that on the wall. Afterwards, we will make our way back to Paradise Plaza using the shortcut, as that is every collectible in Wonderland Plaza done. At this point, you should be well past midnight, so we can actually go back outside to the park and kill the convicts again. As I mentioned earlier, these convicts will spawn back at midnight every day, so it's a good idea to go outside here and kill them again, so you don't have to worry about them for another 24 hours. And we do have free time to kill, so might as well go ahead and do it. After you're done taking care of the convicts, make your way back into Paradise Plaza and head back to the second floor at Colombian Roastmakers restaurant. We're gonna go ahead and make some juices with the blender. So we're gonna start by combining 2 orange juice into the blender, making us the nectar juice. And afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and combine a pie with an orange juice, giving us the untouchable juice. And this is gonna count towards the Juice Freak achievement of creating all 7 juices in the game. We're gonna make the other ones later, but for now, you can grab those 2. After you're done, go right across to the next store, the sports store, and grab a golf club from that rack, and then make your way back outside to the park. Then aim as high as you can up the sky and just hold your attack until Frank starts to shake, and then you will shoot the ball up in the air, granting us the nice shot achievement. Afterwards, we're gonna head into North Plaza and grab some collectibles here. So entering North Plaza, we're gonna take a picture of the statue. There's a PP sticker. Afterwards, we're gonna take a picture of the hardware store just to the right of the statue. Afterwards, we're gonna enter the store, and inside the store, there's 2 PP stickers. There's one if you go to the end of the store on the right corner, there is a gardening poster. Just grab a picture of that. Then make your way back near the entrance, and on the other side of the counter, there's a picture of a lawnmower. Take a picture of that. Afterwards, you can make your way back outside to North Plaza, and on the left side, there will be another camera store. You can grab your last camera part here and also recharge your batteries. If you need more guns, now's a good time to head back to the gun store and grab some more if you need some. Once we're done in North Plaza, we're gonna head back to the park and head towards the food court entrance. Now here there's a big pack of zombies, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the zombie ride skill, and we're just gonna jump up on top of a zombie, and you have to walk on top of zombies for 10 meters. It doesn't have to be in one go, you just need to have a total of 10 meters walked on zombies. So just use that group of zombies to go ahead and walk on top of them, and eventually you will get the zombie road achievement. Once you're done with that achievement, go ahead and make your way back to Paradise Plaza, and then we're gonna make our way to the Child's Play store and grab the Servo Bot Masks. just drop all your items in the store and grab all 6 masks, and then you go ahead and put them on head of zombies. Once you're done putting them on their heads, take a picture of them and make sure you get some zombies in the picture as well, and that should grant you at least 1000 PP picture for Kent and his challenge. Make sure you go in the album and lock that picture just in case you don't take a better one later before you meet him. Afterwards, make your way to the old toy box store and grab 4 masks here as well and put them on top of zombies, and that will unlock you the costume party achievement for putting 10 masks on zombies at once. Once you're done with that, make your way back to the first store and grab all your items. Afterwards, you can make your way back to the safe room. It should be about 5 AM at this point. You can just head back here and skip time until 6 AM when the next case starts. After the cutscene, make your way back out of the safe room and just head straight for the entrance plaza, which is now opened from Paradise Plaza. Just from spawning in Paradise Plaza to the left, you can then head over there for the next case. Here you will have another fight with Carlito, but the sniper version of him, and that's why we grabbed a sniper at the gun shop earlier, so we can actually just use that sniper and kill Carlito pretty easily from far away. Once Carlito is defeated, you will have a cutscene and the game will teleport you back to the safe room. Next, you will have to head to North Plaza, so you can actually use the shortcut in the bathroom to get to Wonderland Plaza and then make your way to North Plaza very easily and fast. Once in the supermarket, we will, very important here, we will grab 2 lettuce or any green vegetable item in the supermarket, and we're actually going to need those for a juice later, so make sure you grab 2 of them and hold on to them. Next, we have 3 PP stickers to grab here. So the first one is of the logo of the pharmacy, just take a picture of that. Then we have the logo of the seafood, take a picture. And then a picture of the meat logo. Once you have all 3 PP stickers, you can make your way to the door, and that will trigger a psychopath fight. Now the fight against Steven is pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and shoot him with your shotgun, but be careful because he does hurt a lot. When he goes to do that big charge attack, he will actually trigger a PP event. You can go ahead and take a picture of him, and also that will count towards the psycho photo achievement. Once Steven is defeated, make sure you don't forget to go and grab the medicine for Brad using the key he just dropped for you. Around that time, it should be 7 AM and you should get the lovers A and B call from Otis. So make your way back to Wonderland Plaza from the supermarket and then go up the stairs to the 2nd floor, follow the path to the right until you get to the sports store, run like the wind, and you will find in here Tonya and Ross. Go ahead and talk to them. Even though Ross is telling you to grab him a handgun, you don't have to. Just keep talking to these 2 until they eventually join you. And don't forget to take a picture of them for the census taker achievement. There's also a bit of food in here if you need to heal up. Afterwards, carry Ross on your back all the way to the bathroom shortcut on the 1st floor. Now be careful because Tonya has a tendency of going into a group of zombies and pushing them until she dies. So just make sure that you keep telling her to follow you and keep an eye on her so she doesn't get herself killed. Afterwards, we're just gonna head back to the safe room and save Tonya and Ross. And also bring back the medicine to Jesse to finish the main case. Afterwards, the next case is only at 11 AM, so we actually have a couple more side missions here to complete before the next case. At 8 AM, you will receive a call about the Hatchet Man. Just make your way to North Plaza and enter the hardware store where you will have the fight against Cliff. Cliff is also a very straightforward fight. You can use some melee weapons to do some damage on him, and whenever he jumps into the vent, there will be a PP event. You can also grab some PP from there and get the Psycho Photo achievement for taking 4 pictures of 4 different psychopaths. When he goes out of the vent, he will actually spawn back on top of the shelves. Just make sure you have a shotgun or a weapon of some kind to do damage to him while he's up there. After you're done with Cliff, he will drop a machete, which is pretty good. I would recommend grabbing, and then make your way back out of the store, and just to your right there will be a door with 3 survivors inside. Just go ahead and talk to them and they will eventually follow you. We are gonna escort these survivors all the way to the food court. What I like to do is to just go up ahead with the skateboard and use a sniper rifle to take out any zombies that might be grabbing them, or if they're in trouble, just clear a path for them. Once they've reached the food court entrance, go ahead and enter the food court and make sure you grab some wine and heal them if you need to. In the food court, we're gonna make our way to the ice cream shop, and we're actually gonna use these 2 lettuces that we grabbed at the market. Make ourselves the invincible juice, whatever it's called, the green one. And then we're gonna grab 2 milks and combine them together as well to get ourselves the quick step juice, or fleet juice, or whatever it's called now in the remaster. And that's gonna be 2 more juices counting towards our juice freak achievement, and we'll do the other 3 later. Grab your survivors and make your way to Alfresca Plaza when you receive the call for the coward at 9 a.m. He will be located right as you spawn into Alfresca to the left in the hardware store. He's on the back there hiding. In order to save him, you're gonna have to hit him with an item, and then you talk to him and he will follow you. Go ahead and give some weapons to all your survivors while you're here. There's some good melee weapons in that store, and then you can make your way back to the food court. From the food court, escort your survivors all the way back to Paradise Plaza and make sure you take pictures of them for the census taker achievement. As you enter Paradise Plaza, you will have Pamela and Heather who spawned in. They're located at the Child's Play store. Make sure that you go ahead and save Pamela first, as she is surrounded by zombies and can die very quickly if you don't go ahead and save her. I would recommend using the machete you just grabbed. Just be careful not to hit her, as there are a lot of zombies around her and it's pretty easy to hit her by accident, so just be very careful and make sure you have healing items to heal her afterwards. Once she is safe, go ahead and enter the store where you will find Heather. Just talk to her and she will follow you as well. Once you have all these survivors, go ahead and head towards the safe room with them. And also, you can take a picture of Pamela and Heather, and at this point, you should have the census taker achievement done. If not, that's okay. You still have about 20 survivors to take pictures of, so you can keep going and grab some more pictures of different ones until you get it. Once you've saved all those survivors in the safe room, just wait until 11 a.m. for the next case to start. It's basically just a cutscene, and then your next case is gonna be at 3 p.m. After the cutscene, go ahead and exit the safe room and head back into Paradise Plaza. At that point, you should get the restaurant man call from Otis in Paradise Plaza. So as you enter Paradise Plaza, go ahead and head to the Jill sandwich shop where Ronald is going to be waiting there. He's going to ask you to grab a food item for him. Just give it to him. After he eats whatever you give him, take a picture of the PP event that appears on him, and that will give you a 10,000 PP outtake picture, which you can also use for the Kent event in case you need a picture for it. Afterwards, you're gonna escort Ronald back to the safe room, as we have a little bit of time to spare here before we have to go and talk to Kent again. If for some reason you're behind and the Kent event triggers, just go ahead and do Kent and then save Ronald afterwards. Once you save Ronald, make your way back to Paradise Plaza and to the second floor at Colombian Roast Makers and wait for Kent. Once Kent spawns in, go ahead and talk to him, and he's gonna ask you to choose which picture you want to use for his challenge. So you go ahead and use either the Ronald picture or the masks picture that we took earlier for the costume party achievement. If you picked the right picture, he will tell you that your next challenge is to just show up the next day and talk to him again. Once you're done with Kent, make your way back to the park and head towards North Plaza. In North Plaza, you can go ahead and stock up on some guns once again if you need to, and then go all the way to Wonderland Plaza. In Wonderland Plaza, we're gonna go ahead and do the Above the Law fight, where we're gonna have 4 survivors to save. Now, it's very important that you do 2 above the law pretty quickly. It spawns in as a call at noon, and it's very important that you get it done before 3 p.m. Otherwise, survivors are gonna start getting killed in there. There's 4 survivors to save, and I don't know exactly at what time she starts killing each one of them, but I know at some point you will not be able to save them if you take too long to go and do that fight. Also, if you have other survivors on the map that prevent all 4 from spawning, they will never spawn. If you've been following the video, that shouldn't happen to you. But if you're wondering why in your other playthroughs, perhaps that you didn't have 4 survivors in here, that's the reason why. You need to kill or save the other survivors on the map before heading to Wonderland Plaza. Otherwise, there's only gonna be Kai as a survivor in that store. So head into the store and you're gonna have the fight against Joe. She actually has a lot of health, but she's not too bad to defeat if you have shotguns, which we just grabbed at the North Plaza. We're just able to turn around these tables and shoot Joe until she dies. Just be careful not to headshot one of the survivors by accident. Also, she will sometimes go ahead and attack survivors during the fight, dealing them a lot of damage, so be careful that she doesn't kill any of them. Once you defeat Joe, you can then go ahead and untie all 4 survivors, and then we're gonna grab these survivors and head towards the food court. At this point in my playthrough, I actually got the zombie hunter achievement for killing 1,000 zombies as well. We're gonna enter the food court and we're actually gonna wait until 1 p.m. If it's already 1 p.m, then you can just head right back into Wonderland Plaza. Just tell your survivors to stay behind, and we're gonna go ahead and save Nick and Sally, which are hanging off the giant rabbit balloon. There's also a bunch of zombies underneath them. They also have PP events on top of their heads. You can take pictures of them to get some XP. A good strategy here is to just find some zombies that have queens in them. In order to know if they have queens, there are zombies that don't really move and they have a red light in the back of their neck. Just go ahead and kill them. They will drop a queen. You can then use the queens to kill all the zombies underneath them, and then you can use a sniper to shoot them off the balloon and save them. Once you have all 6 survivors, you can escort them back to the Wonderland bathroom and take the shortcut back to Paradise Plaza with them. As you head back to Paradise Plaza, you will have the cutscene of the cult introduction playing. It will actually spawn you next to the cult, but your survivors will still be in the bathroom. Tell them to come to you and make sure you clear a path with them. I like to use queens here as well to make sure that they have a clear path towards me. Also use the sniper to take care of zombies that might be hitting them. Once they're all grouped up together near you, go ahead and take care of the cult members. They won't attack you until you attack them or get too close, so you have plenty of time to get your survivors to safety before you go ahead and attack them. Once you've killed all the cult members, go ahead and save Jennifer, and that will be our 7th survivor here. Go ahead and stack up on some orange juice on the 2nd floor if you need to, and heal your survivors as well. If you don't have the census taker achievement, make sure you grab a picture of them and you'll definitely have it at this point. And then we're gonna head to the safe room with them and save them. Once we're in the safe room, we're just gonna wait until it's 3 p.m. and then continue with the main case. So we're gonna make our way to North Plaza for the Isabella psychopath fight. On your way there, you can also take out some of the cultists if you want. There is an achievement for killing 100 of them. It should be pretty easy to get, but I like to always kill a couple of them when I see a group of them, just to make sure that I do get enough kills for the achievement. As you enter North Plaza, go ahead and head back to the gun store, grab some more guns for the fight, and then head to Isabella, which is in front of the supermarket. Her fight is pretty easy. Just use a shotgun and keep shooting at her until she dies. There's really not much of a strategy to be done here other than shooting her. Once she's defeated, it tells you that the next case will be at midnight, so we have a lot of time here to save some other survivors and get some more collectibles. So from North Plaza, we're gonna head back into Wonderland and take the shortcut back to Paradise Plaza, and we're actually gonna skip time here until 5 p.m. At 5 p.m, you will receive 3 calls for the entrance plaza. There's gonna be the woman who didn't make it, antique lover, and Mark of the Sniper. sniper. Once you have all 3 calls, go ahead and enter Entrance Plaza from Paradise Plaza. You will have a cutscene here of the snipers. As you finish the cutscene, make your way up to the 2nd floor and use a sniper to kill Jack and Roger. You can also kill Thomas, but you don't have to. In the remaster, there's actually a pretty cool Easter egg here. If you kill Jack and Roger first, Thomas will actually give up and you will have a little conversation with him, which I think is a really cool addition. But if you don't care about that, you can also kill all 3. It does also give you 15,000 PP if you do decide to kill him. Also, it doesn't matter how many of them you kill, you will still get only 1 psychopath progress towards your Punisher achievement. So even if you kill 2 of them or all 3 of them, you will still get the same amount of. But in good conscience, I decided to leave him be in this playthrough. Once you've defeated the snipers, go ahead and head to the makeup store on the 2nd floor and save Wayne, who's hiding in the corner. He's gonna run out of the store after you talk to him, then just talk to him again and he will follow you. Afterwards, make your way back to the 1st floor and hugging the right here, there is a store called Grandma's Kids. Go ahead and talk to Jolie, who's in the store. Once she's done talking to you, you're not gonna be able to talk to her anymore. Just go ahead and exit the store and she will come running after you, telling you that she wants to follow you. Afterwards, make your way to the 2nd floor. Once up the stairs, go to the right side and keep following that path. On your left, there is going to be the For Her store, which you will then find Rachel in the store. Once Jolie and Rachel see each other, they will go ahead and hug, just like Jeff and Natalie, and you can also take a picture of them for extra PP. In the For Her store, there's also a blue flower dress that you can put on. Afterwards, you will head back to Ned's Knickknackery on the other side of the bridge and talk to Floyd. You're gonna have to talk to him a long time. He has a lot of dialogue, but eventually he will start following you. You can also carry Floyd on your back, making it safer and easier to travel around with all these survivors. Make sure you give your survivors some battle axes and katanas for those of them who can hold weapons, and then make your way back to the safe room with all 4 survivors. Once you've saved these survivors, we actually have some free time to spare. It should be about 7 p.m. at this point, and we have until midnight until we have to continue on with the main case. So we're actually gonna head back into the entrance plaza and finish off the collectibles that we still need to grab in here. So we're actually gonna stay on the 1st floor, and on the left there's gonna be Children's Castle. Inside the store there's a picture of some teddy bears we need to grab for a PP sticker, and also a goblin mask to put on right next to it. Right across from that store, we have a sports store. We're gonna go ahead and put on the bright orange shoes, the 3rd racks in the store. Once you exit that store, make your way back across, and to the right, there's gonna be the Distinguished Gentleman store. In that store, we're gonna go ahead and grab the, I don't know, pimp suit or whatever. It's a brown coat. Just go ahead and grab that. And across from that store, there's gonna be Refined Class. Go ahead and take a picture of the shoes at the entrance of that store for another PP sticker. On the back end of the store, there's going to be a black dress you can put on. Then out of that store, we're going to go back across, and there's going to be Fashion Fiesta. In that store, we can put on a pink dress. Then across from it, we're gonna have Sports High, which is where the green tent is located. We're actually gonna grab an outfit here as well, which is a camouflage shirt. Then go ahead and make your way up to the 2nd floor from the right side, and we will take some more PP stickers, one of this sign here next to the CD store. And then to the left, there's also a Fox cardboard, also at the CD store. Take a picture of both these cardboards. Then make your way to the left and take a picture of the welcome mascot of Willamette, the giant bee in the middle. Just take a picture of it from that angle, and that will grant you another PP sticker. Afterwards, continuing on the left, we will have Wallington's clothing store. Go ahead and put on the tuxedo. After that, we're going to continue on this path, and we're going to enter another store called Woman's Liberty. At the back end of that store, there's going to be a purple dress to put on. Then exit the store and make your way all the way back to the sports store with the hockey sticks mannequins called Shooting Star Sporting Goods. In that store at the back end, there's going to be a white shirt sports outfit as well. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to Modern Businessman. In that store, there is a white tuxedo we can put on. Afterwards, we're gonna go into the makeup shop and put on the blue hair and also the gray hair. On the first floor, we're gonna go into Groman's store, and on the back, we're gonna have a white dress we can grab. And then we also have the space store where you can put on that sports outfit, and that should be the last clothing item you need for the Close Horse achievement for all 46 items of clothing. If you have a item of clothing that you missed or you're wondering where it could be, you can always go back to the safe room and check the locker. It will tell you which ones you need, although the locations that they mark in game for where the clothing is supposed to be, I've noticed, is wrong or not accurate. Sometimes it will tell you that it's in 4 different stores, but really it's only in 3, or sometimes it won't even show some of the locations where they are at all, so it's not really accurate. But again, this is on the first patch of the game, on the release patch, so maybe if you're watching this video a couple weeks after launch, maybe that's fixed and they've actually put the right locations. But if you followed the video, then you should have the achievement. If not, you can also refer to timestamps in my video and check for any items that you're missing and go back and grab it. Once we're done with Entrance Plaza, go back to the safe room if you haven't already. Also, while you're here, don't forget to give Ronald some food before you leave the safe room. It's very important that you do to avoid his mutiny so that you don't lose any survivors. We're gonna go ahead and find ourselves a cult group, and we're actually gonna let them kidnap us. So if you don't know, if you just attack the cult members, sometimes they will use a spray on you. And a cool feature that Deluxe Remaster has is you can actually shake off the spray and not allow them to kidnap you, which I don't think was a thing in the original. But in this case, we're actually gonna want them to capture us. Once you spawn into the cult members' prison, just make your way to the red tarp and go ahead and grab the sword on the ground and kill all the cult members with it. Afterwards, we're gonna have 2 PP stickers in this room. This is the only 2 PP stickers in this room. There is a fox poster on the wall. Go ahead and grab a picture of that, and then take a picture of the red cult sign, flag, tarp, whatever it is. Just take a picture of that. And that is the only way to access this room, is to get kidnapped by the cult. And so the only way to grab these 2 PP stickers is to let them kidnap you. So just make sure that you do that at some point in your playthrough or in another playthrough if you missed it. Right after we spawn outside, we're gonna be in the park. You can make your way to North Plaza and to the gun shop and grab some more shotguns and snipers. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way back to the supermarket. Actually could have done that earlier, but I forgot. But you can just grab the motorcycle. After defeating Isabella during her fight, you can now use the motorcycle. We're just gonna go ahead and get the stunt rider achievement by using these ramps and just getting high enough to get the achievement. Just make sure you have enough speed before hitting the ramp and you should get it quite easily. After we're done doing that achievement, we can actually go into Wonderland Plaza with the motorcycle. And here there's also a lot of cult members that spawn. So if you want an easy way to get the cult members 100 kills, just go ahead and run them over with the motorcycle over and over, and that will grant you the achievement at some point. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the food court. At the food court, we're gonna go ahead and finish off the Juice Freak achievement. So we actually are gonna be grabbing some items here at the food court. First, we're gonna go and grab a corn and I don't know if it's hot sauce or ketchup or whatever, that red bottle here. Let's go ahead and grab both of them and combine them together. And that's going to give us the Zombate juice, which is the pink one. Afterwards, we're going to go ahead and combine a bread with the cooking oil. And that's going to give us a randomizer, which is the black or gray bottle. Next up, we're going to go all the way down here and grab a zucchini and a corn. We're going to head back to the blender and combine both of them together to get the Spitfire juice. And at this point, you should have the Juice Freak achievement. After you're done, you can also grab some wine, since you probably don't have health items at this point, since we're still out of items from being kidnapped. And then we can make our way back to North Plaza and get ready for the main case that's gonna start at midnight. So go ahead and just skip time in the bathroom if you need to, and then make your way to the main case. Since we're already in North Plaza, Kindle is not gonna be spawning in here until we leave the area and come back. So before you open the door and trigger the Isabella cutscene, I recommend just going outside into the park and then heading back inside, and then you will have Kindle spawn back, and then you can make him follow you and then trigger the Isabella cutscene. Afterwards, just escort Isabella on your back and have Kindle follow you. The convicts will spawn back because it is midnight. Just avoid them if you can. In my case, I couldn't. They just kept attacking me, and Isabella was actually half health, so I had to stop and kill them. But you can also kill them later if you want. Doesn't really matter. Just defeat them whenever the opportunity arises for you, and escort the survivors back to Paradise Plaza and use some of that wine that we grabbed at the food court if you have to heal them. So just make your way back to the safe room with the 2 survivors. You're gonna have another cutscene for the main case, and then the next case is gonna be at 3 a.m. So after saving Isabella and Kindle, go back into the mall, and we're actually gonna head back into North Plaza and back to the gun shop. Not only to grab weapons for the strange group cult fight, but also because we now have 3 survivors that spawned at the gun shop. At this point, I actually got the no thank you achievement for killing 100 cultists. Once you enter the gun shop, the survivors are gonna start shooting at you. You just have to head back outside. They will stop shooting and start talking to you. Brett is gonna come up to the door. Just enter back into the store and talk to him, but don't get too far inside the store or they will start shooting at you again. Keep a safe distance between them and just talk to Brett until he asks you for a picture of the vent of the safe room. Thankfully, we already took that picture at the very beginning of the game, and it's locked in our album, so we just have to keep talking to him and he will eventually follow us. Grab some guns and then escort your survivors back to the park. At 2 a.m. you're gonna receive a call about Floyd wanting some wine. You don't actually have to do that. It doesn't matter for any of the achievements. You will not have any failures if you don't bring him wine, but it does give you some XP if you do complete it. So if you want some wine, just head to the food court real quick, grab some, and then make your way back to the safe room with all 3 survivors and bring some wine for Floyd. After saving the survivors, it should be about 3 a.m. You will have the longest cutscene in the game play out. Once you're done with that, your next case will occur at 11 a.m. So we actually have plenty of time to go ahead and complete the strange group fight and save the survivors there. So we're just gonna head back to Paradise Plaza and make our way to Movie Land. In Movie Land, we're gonna go into the room number 4. There's also a lot of cultists in here, so just make yourself a path and just dodge right through them. Afterwards, you're gonna have to kill the cult leader. He actually has a lot of health and deals a lot of damage. I would recommend just using shotguns and avoiding his attacks as much as possible. Also, pack up on some orange juice if you need to before you head into Movie Land, as you'll need them for the fight. Just make sure that you dodge and roll whenever he jumps and lunges at you, as his attack does a lot of damage. When he does that, keep shooting him until he dies. After he's defeated, you will have a cutscene, and before you save any survivors, make sure that you kill the cult members, as they will start coming inside the room and attack these survivors. I actually forgot that was a thing while I played, so that's why I saved the survivors first, but you should really just go ahead and kill all of them before, so that your survivors don't take damage. Afterwards, you can save all 4 survivors in this room, and don't forget the closet at the back end on the left of the room. There's also Cheryl in there. Just go ahead and talk to her and she will follow you. Once you have all 5 survivors, just make your way back to Paradise Plaza and escort them all back to the safe room. Once you've saved all 5 survivors, make your way back to North Plaza from the park and head to the gun shop and grab some new guns. On your way there, you should get a call about the scoop called Long-Haired Punk. After you gathered your guns, make your way over to Wonderland Plaza, and in Wonderland Plaza, we're gonna make our way to that scoop. This is the fight against Paul, and we're gonna have to defeat him. He's actually quite easy to kill, especially with the shotgun. He will run around the Wonderland Plaza area quite a bit and throw some Lowtops at you, but he doesn't really do that much damage, damage. He's very easy to dodge, and as long as you just keep shooting at him, you should be able to take him out quite easily. Once Paul is defeated, you will have a cutscene of him burning himself with his own Molotov. After the cutscene, you're gonna have to save him. So we're gonna grab this fire extinguisher here, and also don't forget to take a picture of him for some extra PP, and then we're gonna use the fire extinguisher on him to help him out. Now be careful, because the controls are a bit non-intuitive here, and you would think that you would have to aim and shoot like a gun, but if you do that, you'll just throw the fire extinguisher at him and it will destroy itself. So what you want to do is simply hold your attack button, whether that be left click or right bumper or whatever, just like a normal attack. Just don't aim before doing it, otherwise you'll throw the item and it will destroy itself. If you find yourself destroying it for some reason, you can go in the room with the 2 survivors, and there's another fire extinguisher in here, so you have enough time to grab the second one and then save him if you mess it up. But yeah, just make sure that you save him, then just talk to him and he will join you, and then you can go and grab the 2 survivors in the closet as well. And once you have all 3, we're then gonna make our way to the food court. At the food court, we're gonna have Jill that spawned at the wine area that we've been using throughout the game. Whenever you start talking to him, he will have a PP sticker on him as well. It's just for XP, it's not required. Just talk to him until he starts laughing and doesn't want to talk to you anymore. And when he does that, just run away from him down the stairs, and then he'll say, "Wait, are you serious?" And you come back and then he will join you. Once you've grabbed Jill, make your way to the park. Also make sure to put him on your shoulder, as he is very slow and drunk. And then we're just gonna make our way all the way back to Paradise Plaza through the park with our little group here. Then in Paradise Plaza, we're just gonna head straight to the safe room and save these 4 survivors. Once we're done saving them, we're gonna head back out to Paradise Plaza, and we're gonna wait in the bathroom where the shortcut is for Wonderland Plaza. We're gonna wait here until 8 AM, where we're gonna get a call about a sick man. When you get the call, then you can use the shortcut and head over to Wonderland Plaza, where we're gonna have 2 other survivors to save. There's Susan on the giant soccer ball in the playground area. Just talk to her, and then you can take her off the soccer ball. I would recommend using a queen for the zombies around the ball before saving her. You also have to hold her hand because she's very slow as well. Once you've saved Susan, make your way over to the makeup shop right next to her, and in here you're gonna have Leroy. Just talk to him a couple times and eventually he will join you. Afterwards, just head back with your 2 survivors to the shortcut in the bathroom and just go ahead and make your way back to the safe room with both of them. At this point, we can just time skip in the safe room until it's 11 AM. At 11 AM, we're gonna have our next main scoop. After the cutscene, you can then make your way to Paradise Plaza, and I definitely recommend saving here because we're gonna be very tight on time to get all these objectives done all in the same manner. So what we're gonna want to do is make our way to Paradise Plaza. Also, I got my transmissionary achievement here for answering calls from Otis. So around this point in the game, you should get it if you've been answering all the calls throughout the whole playthrough. Just make your way not to the bathroom with a shortcut, but right next to it, there is a maintenance tunnel door. Now, as you remember, at the very start of the game, we actually went in the tunnels and grabbed a key. That key allows us to use those doors around the map to get to the maintenance tunnel. So what we can do here, because we're waiting until noon for Kent Scoop to arrive, we're just gonna go ahead and get started on that bomb objective. So as we get into the tunnel, there's a white car and it's always going to spawn there when you go from Paradise Plaza into the tunnels. So just grab this car and we're gonna go and just drive straight ahead here, take a right, and then straight ahead to the end. And here's gonna be our first bomb. On each truck with the bombs, there is a PP sticker. So here's one of them. Just make sure you grab a picture and don't forget about it. Then just grab the bomb and we're gonna head back in the car and just go back right straight to Paradise Plaza. Now Carlito is also gonna spawn here because every time you grab a bomb, he spawns near you. Doing damage to Carlito will not count if you exit the area and come back, so there's really no point in attacking him since we're heading back out for Kent and then going back in the tunnel afterwards. So don't waste your bullets on him here, it doesn't really matter. But for now, we're just gonna head back into Paradise Plaza and get ready for Kent's scoop objective, whatever. Now for Kent, we're actually very tight on time. We need to be there at noon. Even if you get to his scoop at noon 05, it will not trigger the right cutscene. Now, if you don't know, there's two different outcomes to Kent's story. If you're here on time, you're able to save the survivor because he hasn't, you know, done his picture yet. But if you get here late, the survivor's already dead, and then you will become a prisoner of Kent, and you will have to defeat him that way, which is a really cool fight. Don't get me wrong, but for the Saint achievement, we absolutely need that survivor to be alive. So if you're not confident enough that you have time to grab the car and get the first bomb, that's fine. You can do it afterwards, but since we have like 5 minutes to kill before his scoop starts, I like to just get started and grab the first bomb. But you really don't have to. Just make sure that you're back here in time for noon and that you're not late. And that's also why I strongly recommend that you save before any of this, just to make sure in case you get there late. So Kent is actually a really hard fight. I definitely recommend trying to use some melee weapons if you can, but the shotgun is pretty good too. But he likes to move around a lot, and it's pretty hard to shoot him, so a melee weapon I find to be more easier to kill him with. But once Kent is defeated, you will have the small cutscene, and then you can actually untie the survivor Ted and save him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back into the storage room with Ted here, but we're not gonna save him yet. We're just gonna go into the storage room and then right back out into Paradise Plaza. And the reason we do that is so that Simone can actually spawn in the CD store in Paradise Plaza. Now for Simone, it's very easy. You just have to talk to her until she follows you, and since we've been doing the main cases throughout the game, she will follow you. But just so you know, if you're trying to do the Saint achievement without doing the main cases, you have to make it to a certain point. I think it's case 602 or something, I'm not sure, but you have to get to a certain point in the main case so that she will follow you. So grab these two survivors, and then we're gonna head back into the storage room this time, but we're actually gonna go all the way back to the safe room and save these two survivors, which are actually the two last survivors we need for the Saint achievement. Now you might be wondering, isn't the achievement to save 50 survivors? We only saved 48 throughout the whole game. Well, yes, but Frank and all other survivors that are alive at the end of the playthrough also count as survivors towards the achievement. So at the end of 72 hours here, we're actually gonna have 49 survivors saved, counting Otis, who actually makes it out. Spoilers alert. And then when we finish overtime, Frank is gonna get out with Isabella, making our survivor count up to 51. So that's how we're gonna get the achievement with ending S. There's different ways to get that achievement. If you get ending B, I believe Brad, Jesse, and Otis all count towards survivors, plus Frank, which is 4. So that actually allows you to only save 46 survivors in your playthrough, and you'll still get the achievement, for example. But for this playthrough, we absolutely need all 48 for the achievement to pop, since we're doing ending S. After you're done saving the two survivors, head back quickly down to the maintenance tunnel. Now we're gonna take the white car again, and we're actually gonna complete this whole bomb section collector. So as we grab the car, head to the left, and then just keep going straight, and we're gonna go to the bomb that's in the E section of the maintenance tunnel. While driving here, I actually got the road rage achievement, which I believe is to kill 500 zombies with a car, and then afterwards just make sure you take a picture of the PP sticker on the truck and grab the bomb. Afterwards, we're gonna keep going this way and take a right. Carlito's gonna spawn again because we grabbed a bomb, but just keep driving and take a left here, heading towards the Alfresca Plaza exit, and then take a left again towards Alfresca, and here's gonna be the another bomb at the Alfresca exit. So we're gonna go ahead and take a picture of that sticker. By the way, I haven't mentioned, but you can use untouchables here, which is very useful. Zombies will not attack you if you have untouchable on you. So after you got the bomb from the Alfresca exit, we're gonna head back out of there and to the left, left, and then we're gonna take a right at this corner here, and then a left at the Wonderland Plaza exit where another bomb is located. Just get out of the car, grab a picture of the PP sticker, and then grab the bomb. Make sure you try to do some damage to Carlito each time you get out of the car. We do want to defeat him throughout this whole thing. Afterwards, take a left and keep going straight until you make it to the North Plaza exit, and here's gonna be another bomb. Just get out, take a picture of the PP sticker, and grab the bomb. Now at this point, you should have 98 PP stickers, missing only 2, which we're gonna get in just a bit. Then once you have all the bombs, you can just grab this truck here and make your way to the park exit, which is right next to where we are. If you haven't defeated Carlito yet, I recommend that you do, because we want to get the Snuff Shot B achievement. Now, to be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure if you have to defeat Carlito here for Snuff Shot B, but just to be sure, I like to defeat him just in case. Afterwards, head back outside to the park with all the bombs, and then you will have the cutscene of Brad and Carlito fighting. Right as you spawn outside, it will say your next case is at 5 p.m. We're actually gonna head right back into the maintenance tunnel with the motorcycle. The motorcycle will actually allow us to get through these barriers here, and we can use it to make our way all the way to the storage room in the middle of the maintenance tunnel where we got the key earlier. So just take a right and then a left and then a right again, and you will get the Brad cutscene, which is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, by the way. It's so well done in this remaster. Even in the original, it was amazing. But yeah, once you finish the cutscene, Brad will now be a zombie, and unlike the original, you don't actually have to take a picture of him. You just have to trigger the cutscene and be there. So once you're done, get the motorcycle. We're actually gonna head back to Paradise Plaza through the tunnel. So from the storage room, just take a right and then a right again and then a left, and go straight ahead to the Paradise Plaza exit and just head back up. And we're just gonna make our way back to the safe room here and time skip until 5 p.m. for our next case. At 5 p.m. you'll have a cutscene, and then Isabella will take you to Carlito's hideout. Just keep following her, make sure she doesn't die, because sometimes she will get stuck in zombies and take a lot of damage, which I've never really seen happen in the original game really, but in the remaster I noticed sometimes she will just tank a lot of damage. So just be careful, and you can actually heal her, which I don't think was a thing in the original either. So just be careful, make sure that she doesn't get stuck or anything, and keep her safe while you follow her, quote unquote, to the Carlito hideout. Once you're there, you're gonna have some cutscenes, and then afterwards Jesse's gonna call you back to the safe room. As you exit the hideout, make sure that you stop at the gun shop and get some more guns, as we're gonna have another psychopath fight here against Larry. Once you have the guns, just head all the way back to the safe room where you're gonna have the cutscene with Larry. Afterwards, at this point, you should have the Paul present scoop, which is just talking to Paul here in the safe room, and he'll give you some Molotovs. They're pretty useless, they don't really matter, but completing this will give you some XP. Also, Simone will want a handgun later on, so if you don't have one already, here's a great time to grab one. Just find a zombie with a pistol. There's usually one hanging out towards Jill's sandwiches, or also in North Plaza in the supermarket. There's always going to be zombies with pistols, so it's easy there for you to grab some. Afterwards, make your way to the maintenance tunnel, and we're gonna grab the white car and make our way to North Plaza exit. So we're just gonna go straight, take a right, then take a left, keep going straight, then take a right, and keep going all the way to the end. Just take a left here and make it to the North Plaza exit. We're actually gonna use the door here instead of the exit, and that's gonna be the butcher shop with Larry. After the cutscene, Larry will actually not attack you until you attack him. This fight was notorious for being really hard in the original, but I find it a lot easier here in the remaster. His aim, especially when he throws the meat at you, it seems to be really not as good as the original. It's pretty easy to dodge. I didn't even have to really hide behind the tables. The strategy is simply to go behind one of these counters or tables and just keep shooting him with the shotgun and avoid his knives and meat throws, which which are really not that accurate in the remaster, so you shouldn't have too much trouble defeating him. Also, Larry's fight is on a timer, so make sure that you kill him pretty quickly, as Carlito will get killed if you take too long to defeat him. I'm not sure what the exact timing is. You have a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to defeat him, so it's really not that bad, but just be aware that there is a timer. Once Larry is dead, we're not gonna leave the room just yet. We have 2 PP stickers here, our last ones to grab. So take a picture of the cuts of beef poster, and then afterwards we're gonna take a picture of the meat grinder where Carlito would have been killed, and that should grant us the PP collector achievement finally. Once we're done with that, we're just gonna exit, grab this truck here, and then at this point you should have the Simon the gunslinger scoop available. So just make sure that you grab a handgun if you don't have one already and head back to the safe room. In the safe room you can give the pistol to Simon. Once again, this is not a mutiny event, so it will only give you some extra PP. It doesn't matter. It will not kill any of your survivors if you don't fulfill this, unlike the Ronald food request and Kindle's betrayal scoops. So don't worry too much. If you don't have a handgun, it doesn't really matter, but if you want to do like a true 100%, then, you know, make sure you grab one. After you defeated Larry, the next time you open your notebook and go to the challenges tab, you will unlock the full set achievement for having seen every survivor and psychopath available in the mall. For some reason you have to open the challenge tab for it to pop, I noticed, so make sure you do that after defeating him. Afterwards we have a little bit of time to kill. You can just head back out, and then at 8 PM you're gonna get the Charles request scoop, which is also optional but gives you a lot of PP. She will want you to take pictures of her which have PP stickers, and they grant a couple thousand PPs each time you take a picture. So if you want to get some more XP, that's a good way to do it, but it's optional. After you're done with that, we're gonna head back to the hideout and we're gonna skip time until 10 PM and then talk to Isabella. There's gonna be a cutscene and all the cases are gonna be done. Afterwards we're gonna have the whole section with the military arriving in the mall. Now what's really important here is that you head straight back to the safe room to get the Snuff Shot J achievement, because if you don't make it to the safe room fast enough, you will miss Jesse. So make your way back to the safe room. You're gonna have a couple cutscenes on your way there, and then when you get to the safe room you will have Jesse pop out of this door and jump scare the fuck out of you, and then you will get the achievement. Just make sure that you don't hang out in the mall doing nothing for too long and head straight to the safe room, and she will be in there. There's also a note on the camera feed desk that you can read from Otis, which is pretty cool. If you haven't read it before, I'd recommend you give it a look. After that, we're gonna time skip until midnight, where the military cutscene arrival is gonna happen. After that, we're gonna be in the military section of the video. So we're just gonna go ahead and get these some of these achievements out of the way. So as you head back out of the safe room, there's gonna be some military soldiers in the storage room, and a good way to take out these guys is simply to use your attack moves. Now I'm not sure what it is on controller, but on PC you just press F and that will trigger a one-shot kill attack, whether it be head bash or disembowel or whatever. All these attacks will one-shot kill the soldiers, so just dodge roll just next to them, use that one-hit kill attack, and that's the easiest way to take care of them. Yes, they will stun lock you. Yes, they do a lot of damage. Make sure that you grab a bunch of orange juice, but just keep killing up until 30 of them. Now you're gonna get your first achievement here, which is Legendary Soldier for killing 10 soldiers, and just keep killing a bunch of them with these moves that one-shot them until you get the 30 kills achievement. Also make sure to head back to the hideout at some point to get another cutscene with Isabella about the arrival of the military. Once you've killed enough military soldiers, you will get the Karate Champ achievement, And at this point, we have a lot of free time. So I actually got the 30 kills achievement at 1 a.m. and the military is gonna be here until 10 a.m. where we're gonna have to continue with the main case. So up until this point, you have about 45 minutes to 50 minutes of just free time. So if this is a great time, if you have any PP stickers that you still need to grab, some clothing items that you missed, or some achievements that you forgot to do, like the golf club or the bowling ball or some stuff like that, this is a great time to go ahead and do it. If you've already done all the achievements and you have all the collectibles and you followed the guide, then here is a great time to get started on your zombie Annihilator achievement. This achievement requires you to kill 53,000 zombies in the whole game, but it transfers between saves in the remaster, so you can actually start racking up kills here in this playthrough and it will carry over to your next playthroughs. So you will actually be saving time by starting this achievement right here. If you don't want to do that, then you can also time skip all the way to 10 a.m. and then go talk to Isabella. If you have stuff to do, go ahead and do it. If you wanted to get started on the achievement, then head to the maintenance tunnels and get some kills. I'll have the whole guide on how to get this achievement later, and when we're done with this playthrough, I'll give the whole strategy there, but for now, just know that you can use this strategy that I'm going to show later here during the military. So I actually managed to get the max level in this playthrough by killing a bunch of zombies, doing the zombie Annihilator achievement, and also got the zombie killer achievement for 10,000 zombies. Now again, it doesn't matter if you get those in this playthrough or not, we'll get them later as well when I go over the zombie Annihilator achievement guide later in this video. What you can also do around 8 a.m. I believe, soldiers will actually start to spawn with rocket launchers out in the park and in North Plaza. So if you defeat soldiers in the park, they will drop a rocket launcher, and then you can use that rocket launcher here to destroy the chopper that's flying around the park area. So you will actually get the helicopter achievement for doing that. You can also do it in overtime mode after this playthrough, as the chopper will still be there and you will have plenty of soldiers to defeat for the rocket launcher, but you can also do it here if you so please. Just don't forget to destroy the helicopter at some point. When 10 a.m. finally hits, then make your way back to the hideout and talk to Isabella. You just have to talk to her, and the cool thing is in this game it will actually give you a scoop telling you to go talk to her if you're not in the hideout already, which wasn't in the original. You just had to go there without any guidance, but it actually tells you to in the game, in the remaster, which is pretty cool. Just go ahead and talk to Isabella and then make your way back all the way up to the roof and wait for the helicopter. You can also time skip until like 11:45 and then wait a little bit on the roof, and you will get the ending A of this playthrough, finishing 72-hour mode with about 40 achievements, as you will be unlocking the Humanist achievement for saving 10 survivors, the 3-day survivor for, you know, surviving 3 days, and the overtime mode achievement for getting ending A. Now again, we've only saved 49 survivors here, so we don't have the same achievement yet, but by completing overtime we will get it. So just make sure that you save your progress on your save, and then once you're done you will have another cutscene bringing you right up to overtime mode. As you start overtime mode, you're gonna have to collect some items. As you grab these items, I would suggest to try and get as many queens as you can, as after we've done collecting all the items, we're gonna have to give 5 zombie queens to Isabella. At this point, you should be high level enough to have a lot of inventory space, so carrying 5 queens shouldn't be that much of a problem for you. So just try to grab as much as you can while you're getting these items, just to save some time. And there's also a few other achievements that we're going to be grabbing during this playthrough here. So just make your way out of the hideout and then head right for the supermarket in North Plaza. Now be aware that this is pretty risky because the supermarket is probably the hardest spot in the whole overtime mode because of the amount of soldiers here. Just make sure that they don't spot you all at once. Use your moves to kill them in one hit, and make sure that you have a lot of food, even though the supermarket has infinite supplies. But just be careful, take your time, take them out one by one one if you can, and make your way to the medicine in the pharmacy. This is a pretty hard section, so just take your time, be careful, make sure you heal up and kill them one by one by not being seen by all of them at once. If you do die during overtime mode, it is not over for you. You will only get kidnapped by the military and then you can escape in a little mini game, although you will lose all of your items and you will also fast forward in time, losing you time to complete overtime. Although overtime does leave you 24 hours to complete, which is a whole 2 hours to do, and honestly it will not take you 2 hours. It's really a short little side game mode to complete, so you have plenty of time even if you do get captured here. So once you have the medicine, we're gonna head to the maintenance tunnel from the supermarket. We're gonna use this door, and then we're gonna grab the truck right outside as we get out into the tunnel, and then we're gonna drive it all the way to the Paradise Plaza exit, and then we're gonna head into Paradise Plaza, obviously. Once in Paradise Plaza, we're gonna make our way upstairs to the second floor and into the Portraiture shop where the skateboards are. We're gonna grab the item there. Be careful of the military here, and then we're gonna make our way to the right across to the Colombian roast makers shop, and we're gonna grab the blender here, and then here's a great spot to stack up some orange juice as well if you don't have any. Afterwards, we're gonna skateboard all the way to the camera shop on the first floor of Paradise Plaza, and we're gonna grab another item there. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to Entrance Plaza from Paradise Plaza and skateboard our way to the second floor at the makeup shop and grab another item. Once that's done, we're gonna grab the skateboard and keep going to the opposite side all the way at the entrance of the mall, where we're actually gonna have the door to the safe room that we used at the very beginning of the game. Now the door is not welded shut anymore. The military broke in, so we can actually use that door to get into the safe room now. And in the safe room, there's another item that we have to grab before we continue. So just make sure that you grab this item, then head back out into Entrance Plaza and go to the first floor, and we're gonna go into Sports High, the shop with the green tent, and we're gonna grab another item here. Afterwards, you can head back all the way to Paradise Plaza and grab the shortcut from Paradise Plaza to Wonderland Plaza, and right next to the shortcut there is a jewelry store where we're gonna grab our last item. Afterwards, you can head back to North Plaza from Wonderland Plaza and just skateboard your way all the way back to the hideout and give all the items to Isabella. Now Isabella is gonna tell you that the generator is not working anymore and you have to go and find a new one at the clock tower outside. Now you can actually avoid this being an objective if you go outside before you go and talk to her and head to the clock tower, and you'll have a cutscene there. Otherwise, the game will make you go to the clock tower to get the cutscene either way, but you can also go beforehand if you want to. Once you're done at the clock tower, then we're gonna go ahead and grab some rocket launchers from the soldiers outside in the park. Try to grab at least 4 or 5 of them, and then head to the maintenance tunnel from the park, grab the motorcycle and head into the tunnel. And here we're gonna head towards the North Plaza exit. At the North Plaza exit, this is where there is the most zombies in one spot. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get the Rampage achievement for killing 100 zombies with rocket launchers. So just keep shooting your rocket launchers at the horde, and whenever you don't have enough zombies anymore, you just head out and head back, and they will spawn back right away. So just kill zombies until you get your rocket launcher kills. Also, the rocket launcher is a great weapon to get the item smasher achievement, which requires you to break fully 30 items. Now throughout this playthrough, we haven't really been destroying items. I've basically been dropping and switching weapons and grabbing new ones, but the rocket launcher only has 3 bullets, so it's very easy to just grab a bunch of rocket launchers and shoot all 3 bullets and break it. So this is also a great time to go ahead and grind that achievement if you haven't gotten it already at this point. Once we're done with those achievements, we're gonna head back into the supermarket from the maintenance tunnel tunnel, and then as you get out of the supermarket, I would suggest to just go to the right into the knives store and grab yourself 2 swords. We're actually gonna be using those for the next section. Also at the supermarket, make sure that you stock up on food if you need to. Once at the hideout, we're gonna have to give Isabella 5 queens. So this is why I mentioned that you should grabbing queens throughout the whole overtime to give to Isabella. Now be aware, at this point this is a point of no return, and the game will actually tell you that, unlike the original, which is good. So if you're not ready yet, you can always say no and head back and grab some more items. Once you are ready and you have your loadout, you can say yes to Isabella, and then there's going to be a cutscene and you will get into the final part of overtime mode, which is going through the horde of zombies in the clock tower. So grab Isabella's hand to keep yourself safe from the zombies, and then make her go through that gate. Once she's in the gate, that's where you're going to use your melee weapons that we grabbed before getting here. And if you need to heal, make sure that you use some of the food here, as you will not have it after this section. So really it doesn't have any purpose to try to save your items here for later, because this is the last time you'll get to use them. So go crazy, go wild, and kill some zombies and heal up and drink some wine and whatever. Once you get to the final part here, we're just gonna have to make our way up these stairs, use the lever here to open the gates, and then make our way to the jeep. Now almost every time I go down here, there's a soldier shooting at me, so just roll towards him and kill him real quick before heading to the jeep. Once at the jeep, we are gonna have a cutscene and then a turret section, which they've nerfed really heavily in this remaster. I mean, I killed that tank in like, what, 20 seconds, which is fucking crazy, because in the original it would take at least 1 minute to defeat at the minimum. I don't know why they made that section so short. It just, I mean, at this point, just remove it if it's not even gonna like be playable. I don't know, it's just weird. But after you're done with that, you're gonna have this cutscene, and then we're gonna have to defeat Brock. And we don't have any healing items or any weapons, we just have to go barehanded against him. So at this point, just use skill moves and try not to get fallen off the tank and not take too much damage, and just keep killing him. I like to use not the jump kick, but you know, the spinning kick, whatever move it's called. I like to use this one. He usually doesn't like that one. And there's actually some added QTEs here in the remaster where we can do massive damage to Brock. So yeah, I mean, the fight is still pretty hard, but it's definitely a bit easier, I would say. But yeah, just keep hitting him until you get the cutscene and you get the final move, and then you finish the game. And that's the end of overtime mode, granting us the Saint achievement and get the true ending achievement. Now that we're done with 72-hour mode, we're now gonna head into our second playthrough, where we're gonna be getting 2 more achievements. We're gonna be getting the tour guide achievement for escorting 8 survivors at once, and we're also gonna be getting the Grateful 8 achievement for escorting 8 female survivors. I already made a video about that achievement on my channel, so I'm just gonna do like a quick recap of that video here and just include it in this video. If you've already watched the other video, then you can skip to this timestamp on this one, but if you haven't, then you can watch it here. So first off, we're gonna start with a brand new game. I recommend, if you've already played through the story, to just use your character with your levels. And right at the beginning here, we are going to grab this shotgun on the ground and bring it with us for later. You can also go to the gun shop, but I would recommend just grabbing that, because why not? If you have completed the Saint achievement, you will receive this book in the safe room, and that will allow you to have infinite ammo, which is pretty nice in this achievement, because we're gonna have to shoot a lot of survivors. Now, the reason I just killed Jeff and Natalie here is simply because Dead Rising has a limit of 8 survivors on the map at all times, and so we are gonna have to go and kill every survivor that we don't need for this achievement. Now, as you've seen here, just pack up on some juice, get a skateboard, make your way to Carlito. Let's use that shotgun here, if Brad can get out of the way, and shoot Carlito. Once you're done with Carlito, make your way over to Alfresca and to the bathroom. Again, if you don't have the infinite ammo book, now's a good time to go to the gun shop, and make sure you go to the gun shop and get some guns before 7 PM or Cletus will be there. Well, unless you want to kill him, but really, you could just avoid them. We're gonna time skip here all the way to 5 p.m. The reason we do that is because survivors are gonna spawn at 5 p.m. and we need to get rid of them. So as we make our way to the entrance plaza, we're gonna go upstairs and all the way to the in the closet store where Bill is hiding behind these boxes, and we're gonna take care of him because he's not part of the achievement. So we're just gonna do that and then make our way back to Alfresca Plaza and take care of 3 other survivors. Now the first day is basically just killing survivors. So here's Leah in the jewelry shop in Alfresca. We're just gonna shoot her, and then right across from her there's another shop. I don't remember the name, but it's right here. We just break these barricades, make our way inside, and here we have Bert and Aaron. We're gonna shoot them as well and steal their cookies. Once that's done, we're gonna make our way back to the gym and time skip once again. We're gonna time skip all the way to 10 p.m. At 10, well actually you're gonna have a cutscene here at 7 p.m. That's normal, just let it play. Then resume time skipping up till 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. there's gonna be 2 new survivors who spawn in Wonderland Plaza, and we're also gonna have Adam the Clown that we also will have to fight, which is why we brought so many shotguns. So first off, we're gonna go and kill Shinji and Yu because we don't need them. And then we're gonna make our way to the psychopath fight of Adam the Clown. We're gonna take care of him. Once Adam is taken care of, we are then gonna go and save Greg. We just interact with the machine here. Not save him, but we're at least gonna unlock the shortcut that he does. So if you don't know, Greg actually unlocks you a shortcut in the bathroom in the first floor of Wonderland Plaza. Just let him take you there. Then you're gonna teleport to Paradise Plaza and then teleport right back to Wonderland Plaza and take care of Greg because we don't need him anymore. Now we're gonna wait in front of the North Plaza door until it's 11 p.m. Once 11 p.m. hits, we're gonna go and kill David. Afterwards, we can make our way to the bathroom in North Plaza, which is right next to David, and skip time until 7 a.m. A little bit before 7 a.m., I decided to make my way back to Wonderland Plaza. Once 7 a.m. hits and you get the call, then you can make your way to Wonderland. And now we're gonna go, it's right next to where we killed Adam the Clown just now. We're gonna go and take care of Tonya and Ross. They are not needed for the achievement. And then we are gonna make our way back to North Plaza right afterwards. We're gonna go back to the bathroom and skip time all the way to 8 a.m. Once it's 8 a.m., you're gonna get a call about the machete fight, which is the Cliff psychopath fight. We're gonna make our way to the hardware store in North Plaza and take care of Cliff. Once Cliff is dead, we're gonna make our way just to the right, coming out of the hardware store. There's gonna be 3 survivors. There's Rich, there's Josh, and Barbara. We're gonna take care of all 3 of them as they are not needed, and then make our way back to the bathroom in North Plaza. I actually recommend saving your game here just in case, because that's where things can actually start to mess up, as we're actually gonna start saving survivors for the achievement. After you saved, time skip all the way to 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. we are gonna make our way to Alfresca. So from North Plaza, we can just make our way to Wonderland, from Wonderland to the food court, to Alfresca. As you spawn into Alfresca, just to your left, there is a tool or hardware store or whatever. Gordon is hiding in here in the back. Just go ahead and take care of him as well. Once that's done, we're gonna go back to the gym in Alfresca and time skip to 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., we're gonna receive a call about someone in the sandwich shop in Paradise Plaza. So we're gonna make our way to the food court. And here, if you need food items, there's a bunch of wine here you can grab. I recommend grabbing some because the survivors might get hurt and need some to get their health back. After you packed up on food, make your way to the park, and you're gonna have the convicts here, but just avoid them if you can. If you want to kill them, you also can, but we're a little bit tight on time here. So unless you know how to kill them very fast, I would just recommend skateboarding past them, grabbing Sophie, and making a run for it at Paradise Plaza. Once in Paradise Plaza, we're gonna go to the right and go straight to save Pamela and Heather. They're located at the Child's Play store, and you just have to go and save Pamela first because she's surrounded by zombies. After you saved Pamela, we're gonna make our way to Heather, which is actually inside the store, and we're gonna save her as well. Once we have the 2 survivors, we are gonna make our way to the Jill sandwich restaurant where Ronald is here. We're gonna take care of him because we don't need him anymore. And also be careful here because the survivors will get attacked most likely and making their way to the restaurant. So keep an eye on them, make sure you heal them, make sure you protect them. They cannot hold weapons, so make sure that you're careful with these 3 survivors as they cannot really defend themselves if you're not around. Make your way to the bathroom and tell them to stay there. You can go up on the 2nd floor and stack up on orange juice. There's an infinite supply up there. And now we're gonna go and time skip to 12 p.m. We're then gonna use the shortcut to go back to Wonderland Plaza, and we're gonna make our way to the Joe boss fight, and we're gonna tell our survivors to stay there, although after the cutscene they will start following you again. So right as this fight starts, you're gonna want to shoot Joe to make sure that she stops attacking Kai, and then make your way outside of the store and tell your survivors to go and stop following you again. Now, for some reason, when I went back in the store, Joe actually decided to get stuck in this corner here. I'm not sure why or how this happened, but I don't know. It's an interesting strategy that if I can find how to recreate consistently, I'll let you know. But yeah. Once you're done with the fight, make sure you check on your survivors outside. As you see here, Sophie was actually stuck in the staircase and almost got killed by zombies. So make sure you keep an eye on them and then go back up and save all 4 survivors that were held up by Joe. Once you have all 7 girls, you go make your way to the Wonderland Plaza bathroom once again, and we are gonna wait until 1 p.m. Once 1 p.m. hits, we're gonna take the shortcut back to Paradise Plaza. When you teleport back to Paradise Plaza, you will have the cutscene of the cult introduction, and then make sure that you tell the survivors to stay behind and keep an eye on them because sometimes they can get stuck making their way to you. But be careful because your survivors are really stupid. Even though they're smarter in the remaster, they will just dive headfirst into the cult for some reason and almost get killed, and especially if you have an explosive one, it's very risky, so just be careful about that. And then we're gonna go and save Jennifer, and there we go. We had, well, actually I got the tour guide and the Grateful 8 achievement in one go. Now that we're done with the Grateful 8 achievement, we're now gonna head into our 3rd playthrough where we're gonna go and get the Zombie Annihilator achievement. So for this playthrough, we're just gonna start normally as we would, just skip through the intro. Once we're finally free to get out into the mall, we're just gonna make our way to the maintenance tunnel. In the maintenance tunnel, we're just gonna go ahead and take a left and make our way to the North Plaza exit. And this is where we're gonna be doing our strategy to get 53,000 kills. Now again, all the kills that you've gotten in earlier playthroughs do count towards this achievement. It really doesn't matter when you do that achievement. It could be the very first thing you do when you launch the game. It could be the very last thing you do after Infinity Mode. It doesn't matter. You do get a good reward for it. The Mega Blaster from the Mega Man Easter egg, and it's a pretty good weapon, but honestly, you don't really need it for Infinity Mode, as I'm gonna be showing you how to do it without. But if you still want to complete this achievement before you go into Infinity Mode, then here's the strategy. Simply go to the North Plaza exit, and here you're gonna have a truck. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this truck and we're gonna kill all the zombies here in that square. Once we've killed all the zombies here, we're just gonna head back out and around up until this sign. That's where the zombies should respawn behind you. So you can just turn around and head right back and kill them again. And you should be able to do that about 5 to 6 times, I would say, before your truck breaks. Once your truck breaks, all you have to do is head into the butcher shop, which is right next to the truck. So you just head into the butcher shop and right back out to the maintenance tunnel, and the truck will respawn. So you can just go right back in it, kill all the zombies again, head back out, respawn them, go back, kill them again, respawn them, go back, the truck breaks, go back in the butcher shop, go back to maintenance tunnel, grab the truck, kill them, respawn them, over and over and over. until you get the achievement. This is the fastest way to get the achievement. There's different strategies. I've seen people using rocket launchers with infinite bullets in the overtime mode. Clock tower section, apparently that works pretty well. I haven't tried it, so I'm not gonna recommend it, but this is the strategy that I found that was the best. It's a bit different from the original because zombies don't spawn the same way in the maintenance tunnel. There's way less zombies that spawn while you drive around. For some reason, that square here at North Plaza exit is where there's the most amount of zombies in one place. So that is the fastest way to get the achievement. It should take you about an hour, I would say, to get it. It's not that bad. Just put on a YouTube video or something. I got other videos on my channel if you want to watch those while you do that. But yeah, just it's a little bit of a grind. It's a bit boring, but you know, once it's done, you get a great reward and you've finally finished one of the hardest achievements in the game. Once you're finally done with the achievement, just make sure that you head back and save into a save room. Otherwise, you will lose your progress for the Mega Buster. So just make sure that you save your playthrough before you start the next one or head into Infinity Mode, so that you can reuse that save and get your reward. Before we start the Infinity Mode section, I just want to give a shout out to OptiNoob, who made a video of a walkthrough on how to complete Infinity Mode in under 60 minutes. In his video, he only uses the items around the mall. There's no random drops or anything, which is very impressive, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from his video to make this guide here for my video. Originally, I just completed Infinity Mode by myself. It's a pretty easy game mode to get the achievement in this game, but I thought for this video it would be more interesting to have like an optimal guide on how to get the achievements in under 1 hour. So I want to give a big shout out again to OptiNoob for doing this strategy, and I'm going to show you my version of it in this video. Go check out his video, it's going to be in the description. And finally, the only 2 achievements that we have left are going to be in Infinity Mode. Now there's 2 achievements. There's one for surviving 5 days and there's one for surviving 7 days. Now you might have heard about this achievement at some point because it is a notorious achievement for being very hard and very long and a very big grind. Although in the remaster, it is a lot easier to do. Instead of having to spend 14 hours just waiting for Frank to starve, we can actually complete this achievement in about an hour, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, I will say that Infinity Mode is pretty fun, and I would still recommend that you just give it a shot and try to do it yourself first without a guide, because it's just kind of an interesting game mode to figure out by yourself. But if you want the optimal way to get the achievement in about an hour, where you basically don't even have to kill any psychopath or almost none, I'm going to be showing you every single food location in the mall that you need to grab to get the achievement, and that will get you enough food to survive 7 days without starving. So in Infinity Mode, you will always be losing health due to starvation. You have to kill survivors, kill zombies to get food and eat. Now what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to show you the fastest way to do this. Now that we have time skip, we can actually just rack up a bunch of food, skip time, eat, go and get some more, skip time again, and just keep going until we're at 7 days. The very first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to head out of the safe room. We're going to go to the rooftop. On the rooftop, there's going to be a cabbage that we can grab on the roof right next to the baseball bat, and then we're going to make our way towards where Natalie spawns in 72-hour mode, and we're going to have a second cabbage that we can grab. Then we're going to make our way into the storage room from this door. We're going to grab this vegetable here. Then you grab a weapon as well, because we're going to want to avoid damage as much as possible. Now there's going to be another vegetable down where the mannequins are. So just drop down here and grab that squash. You're going to want to avoid getting damaged by zombies or psychopaths as much as you can. But just know that even if you do take damage, all you have to do is grab a couple of food items from psychopaths and zombies and you will be fine. We're going to head into Paradise Plaza. Once in Paradise Plaza, we're simply going to make our way into Entrance Plaza through this door. In Entrance Plaza, we're going to head up to the second floor, and we're going to go and grab ourselves our first book. We're gonna make our way all the way to the entrance of the mall, and we're gonna go into the bookstore, the Sinister Read. And in here we have a book that's gonna be boosting our healing abilities. There's 3 books that we're gonna be picking up here before we eat any food. It's very important that you do not eat any food before you have those books, because this whole strategy is reliant on having those books. Otherwise, you're gonna need more food than what I'm showing here. Again, I mean, it's possible because you do have random drops from zombies and psychopaths that can give you more food. So it's not the end of the world, even if you mess up a little bit in this challenge. Next, we're gonna take a bike from the first floor and we're gonna make our way to Alfresca Plaza. And the reason why I grabbed the bike here is simply because it's a lot easier to not get grabbed by zombies while driving it. And again, we want to avoid damage as much as possible. And also, it makes you move faster around the mall. Once in Alfresca, we're just gonna keep going all the way to the food court. From the food court, we're gonna keep going until we're in Wonderland Plaza. Once in Wonderland Plaza, we're gonna head to the second floor and we're gonna go into a second bookstore, which is called Sir Book a Lot. That's where the Japanese guys spawn in the game. Right at the entrance, there's another book for healing. We're gonna grab that and head back on the bike, and then we're gonna make our way to North Plaza. Here in North Plaza, there's some cop zombies that are probably gonna shoot you. Just try to avoid them or head back on your bike as soon as you can and kill them if you have to. And then there's a CD store on your left here. We're just gonna stop here and grab a milk gallon. We're just gonna grab that and head back on the bike. Right after that, we're gonna head into the bathroom just to our left from where we grabbed the milk, and we are gonna skip time. The reason we skip time here is that so when we get to the third book, we can actually eat some food so that we can save a little bit of time. We don't have to go over there, grab the book, come back here, eat, skip time, and then go back and grab the other food items around the book. So just leave yourself about 3 squares of health, I would say, and then head to where David spawns in 72-hour mode, and we're going to be grabbing a melon and also a coffee creamer here. Also, make sure that you at least always have 1 weapon on you at all times, whether that be a melee weapon or anything really to defend yourself. Again, I'm doing infinity mode here without the Mega Buster, just in case people decided to do infinity mode before doing the Zombie Annihilator achievement. But if you do have the Mega Buster, that is also a great weapon to have on you for this challenge. Just keep that in mind. Then we're gonna head into the room where we have 3 prisoners in 72-hour mode after defeating the psychopath in the hardware store. And here is gonna be our 3rd and last book that we need for the healing items. And here is where we're finally gonna start eating our food, because at this point your inventory should be pretty full, and since we skipped time, your health is gonna be pretty low. So what I recommend is that you eat all your small foods, and what the books do is they will triple the amount of health that items give you. Now, I'm not gonna tell you which item gives you exactly which amount of health because this video is already long enough, but if you want to look that up, or if you already know, just know that milk, coffee creamer, wine, steak, pizza, all of those are very good. They will get you back to full health from the very bottom to the full health. So all the other foods like yogurt or lettuce or snacks, they will only give you 3 to 6 squares depending on which one. So always eat your food items that give you the less amount of health first so that you can clear your inventory faster. And then we are gonna go and head back out, and we're gonna go into the hardware store. In the hardware store, behind the counter, we're gonna have an orange, and we're also gonna have a Japanese vegetable. We're just gonna grab those and then head back out to North Plaza right away. Just make sure that you have the bike on you. If you go into another area while you're not on the bike, you're actually gonna lose the bike. So if you want to avoid taking damage as much as possible, just make sure that you always enter a new area while you're on the bike. Once in North Plaza, we're gonna head into the room where Isabella is usually in the main game when she gets shot, and we're gonna have 2 wine bottles here that we can grab. Now here, we're gonna be pretty full on inventory. actually. So what I like to do is to just close the doors and wait a little bit until it's worth it for me to eat another piece of food, and then grab the last wine bottle so that I can actually carry it. So just wait a little bit here and then grab the wine bottle. Also, I got pretty lucky here and I actually got a zombie to drop me a sword. So I chose to keep that weapon. Otherwise, you can just grab a knife or something, just to keep yourself safe when you're not on the bike. Once you have all the wine bottles, go back on the bike, and now we're gonna head back to the bathroom in North Plaza, and we're just gonna skip time and use all that food we just grabbed. So what you can do is you can skip time until you have the very minimum amount of health, and then just eat your food. If you're gonna be drinking like an orange juice or something that fills up your health completely, just make sure that you let like the bar around your level go to the smallest amount possible without you dying, because the full health items will actually reset that bar. So it practically gives you one full square of health more than if you would drink it while it's almost full. Just be very careful when you do this. You don't want to die, obviously, so just make sure that you keep an eye, and whenever you skip time, make sure that you don't go too fast and you cancel it in time and you eat. And you know, it's a bit of a, it might seem a little bit scary at first, but it's actually very easy and intuitive. So just be careful, take your time, and you know, just make sure that you don't screw up and end up starving by accident while skipping time. So we're just gonna chill here and we're gonna eat all this food. Once we've eaten all the food, we're gonna head back out of the bathroom and we're gonna make our way to Wonderland Plaza to get some more. Once in Wonderland Plaza, we're gonna head up to the second floor and we're gonna hug the left side until we get to the glasses shop, the Lens Zen. There's an apple in here we can grab. Afterwards, just head back on your bike and we're gonna continue our way until we make it to Lovely Fashion House, which is where we have the Joe boss fight in 72-hour mode. In here, there's gonna be a snack right next to the clothing item that we can grab here. Just grab that snack, and there's also a yogurt on the counter. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way back out of that store and head to the first floor. We're gonna head into the jewelry shop next to the bathroom, and inside the jewelry shop we're gonna have some more food. We're gonna have 2 apples here. One of them is a bit finicky to grab. Just jump on the table there and you should be able to grab it. As you make your way out of the jewelry store, there's another food item on top of this makeup sign up there. Just climb up and you're gonna have a melon, I believe, that you can grab up here. Once you have all this food, make your way to the bathroom that's right next to you, and we're gonna go ahead and skip time once again and eat all of this food. Once you're done eating all of it, we're then gonna head to the food court, again using the bike. Once in the food court, we're gonna head to the right and up the stairs, and we're gonna grab a bunch of food up here from the different stores. So in Central Tacos, we're gonna go ahead and grab these 2 corns. Then in Meaty Burgers, we're gonna have this bread. Then in the ice cream shop, we're gonna have the yogurt and also a milk. Once you have all these items, make your way back down the stairs, and we're gonna make our way to the spicy meatball thing, I believe it's called. And here you're gonna have 2 zucchinis as well, and that should fill up your inventory. And that's also where I got the marathon runner achievement that I talked about in the other playthroughs. So do note that you can also get that in infinity mode. After we're done collecting all the food in the food court, we're gonna make our way to Alfresca. In Alfresca, we're gonna go ahead and head into the gym, and we're gonna use the safe door here. We're gonna skip time and we're gonna eat food until we have 4 inventory spaces available, and then we're gonna head back into the food court and we're gonna go and grab 4 bottles of wine where they usually spawn in 72-hour mode. Once we have those, we're gonna head back to the gym and continue eating all of this food. Once you're done eating all of that, we're then gonna grab the food in Alfresca. So right across from the gym in the hardware store at the very back, we're gonna have some cookies. Afterwards, just head back out of the store, and to your left we're gonna head into the jewelry store where Leah usually spawns, and we're gonna grab another bunch of cookies. Be careful, because at this point you should have the cult members spawning in, and they usually spawn right next to the jewelry store, so just be careful that they don't damage you. Also, the cultists are very good for dropping food items, so if you ever need or want some extra food items, you can always go ahead and kill all of them and they should drop stuff for you. Afterwards, we're gonna head back out of the jewelry store and make our way to next to the fountain in Alfresca, and there's a fast food store here, and we're gonna grab 3 orange juice. Afterwards, we're gonna head to Colombian Roast Makers Cafe right next to it, and here we're gonna have some pies. There's 3 pies and 1 milk that we can grab here. Usually when I get to this point, I need to at least eat one of the pies in order to carry everything. So again, if your health is not low enough, just wait a little bit and eat the pie and then grab the last one before heading back to the bathroom. So just head back to the gym whenever you're done collecting all of that and eat all of that food. Also in the gym, there's a milk that I forgot to mention. So once you're done eating all that, just grab the milk in the gym, drink it, and then afterwards we're gonna head into Entrance Plaza. In Entrance Plaza, we're gonna head into the shoe store right in front of us on the first floor. Behind the counter, there's gonna be a grapefruit that you can grab. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way up to the 2nd floor, and we're gonna go into the store Kicks for Her, and behind the counter here, you're gonna have a orange juice that you can grab. Also, at this point, the military should start spawning in, so just be careful because they will shoot you and do a lot of damage, so you're gonna want to kill them again with the same strategy we used in 72-hour mode. Just make sure that you try to avoid taking as much damage from them as you can, but just know that from now on these guys will spawn in almost every store where food is located, so just be careful. Afterwards, we're gonna head in the closet where we're gonna have some more food. So where Bill is located in 72-hour mode, we're gonna have a yogurt and an apple that we can grab. Afterwards, we're gonna go across the bridge and we're gonna enter the store Woman's Liberty. Right in front of the counter, there's a snack down here that you can grab. Afterwards, just head back out of the store and then across the bridge again and then to the jewelry store right across. In that store, there's gonna be an orange juice for you to grab as well. After that, we're gonna head down to the 1st floor. Also, my game crashed here, so just be aware that your game will crash most likely because for some reason Infinity mode seems to be pretty unstable, so just be prepared for that. Hopefully that guide only takes you an hour to complete, but if you're planning on doing like a very long attempt, just be careful because until there's a patch for the game, it seems to be pretty unstable for now. I've been crashing quite a bit on this game, to be honest, but yeah, it sucks to crash in Infinity mode and lose all your progress, so that's why you might see that I'm holding a different weapon and whatever because it's a different attempt, but whatever, we're just gonna keep going. Just be aware that game crashing can happen. So on the 1st floor, we're gonna head into Sports High and we're gonna grab a new bike because our other bike at this point should be about to break, so might as well grab a new one while we're here. With the bike, we're gonna head next to the debris that we have at the very beginning of the game, like the bunch of benches and stuff on the floor. There's gonna be an orange juice here that we can grab. Afterwards, we're gonna keep going all the way to Grandma's Kids where we save Jolie, and we're gonna go ahead and grab a snack in here, and that's all the food here in the Entrance Plaza. So we're gonna head into Paradise Plaza and then we're gonna go into the Kids Choice clothing store. Behind the counter there's gonna be an orange juice. Now if you don't have enough space to grab it, just eat a snack or something and then grab the orange juice. After that, we're gonna make our way to the bathroom in Paradise Plaza now, and we're gonna go ahead and skip time and eat all of this food. Now I actually had a psychopath spawn in here in Paradise Plaza. It is random where the psychopaths will spawn, but I was pretty unlucky here because I had Kent spawn in and he just kept trying to kill me in the bathroom. So what I did is I actually used the shortcut to make my way to Wonderland Plaza where I could eat all my food in peace, and then I head back to Paradise Plaza afterwards. When I went back to Paradise Plaza, Kent was actually gone because enough time had passed, so I was able to bypass this fight altogether, and I did take a little bit of damage from him, but it's nothing that we cannot recover without random drops later on. I went to the second floor, grabbed myself a skateboard, and then make my way to Colombian Roast Makers. Grab the 2 pies on the counter there, and also the 2 orange juice where the orange juice usually are. And then you can drop down here and grab this katana if you don't have a good weapon yet. Afterwards, we're gonna drop down to the first floor and make our way to Jill's Sandwiches. Inside of Jill's Sandwiches, there's gonna be an orange juice you can grab, and there's also gonna be 2 pieces of breads that you can get at the back end of the restaurant. Afterwards, we're gonna head into Movie Land, and we're gonna go straight to the bathroom on the right in Movie Land, and we're gonna go ahead and eat all this food. And around this time, I got the 5 days survivors achievement. Once we're done eating all the food, we're gonna head back and we're gonna grab everything that we can in Movie Land. So on the other side of the counter, next to the popcorn machines, there's gonna be a coffee creamer and also 2 snacks. Afterwards, we're gonna head into the room number 2, and just be careful because in those rooms there's gonna be a bunch of cultists and a bunch of military guys, so try to avoid them or kill them or whatever. Just make sure you don't take any damage while doing so. A good way to do that is to simply again use your one-hit attack move that will make you invincible while the animation plays. So even if something attacks you like an explosion or someone shoots at you, you will be completely invincible during that animation. So just go ahead and run into the group and just spam F and just get on with these attacks until you've killed all of them, and hopefully some of them will drop some food in the process. Once you're done, go ahead and climb on top of this little ledge here, and we're gonna have a coffee creamer and a pie that we can grab here. After we're done, head back out of the room, and we're then gonna make our way to another room, which is room number 3. Once again, just kill everything in here before you do anything to avoid taking damage, and then you can grab this baguette and that coffee creamer, which is around the middle of the room here. I actually was pretty lucky here, and I did get a well done steak from the cultists. If you've been killing a bunch of enemies, you should have at least one of these items dropped as well. So if you do, just eat one of your snacks or bread or whatever and then grab it. As you head back out of the 3rd room, we're gonna then head into room number 5, and once again we're gonna clear it, and then we're gonna grab the food in here. I was pretty unlucky here. I took a lot of damage, but on the ledge here we're gonna have a cabbage that we can grab. After you're done collecting all of that food, we can then head back to the bathroom and skip time once again. Once you're done eating all of that, we're then gonna head back into Paradise Plaza, and then we're gonna head into the park. In the park, we're gonna head next to the flowers, and near a bench, there's gonna be 2 cookies that we can grab. So there's 3 apples that we can shoot out of a tree in the park, and they're in 3 different locations. The first one is gonna be pretty nearby to where the purple flowers are. And there's always a rock at the bottom of the tree that has an item in it. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be an apple. There are some trees that have some machine guns and whatnot, but these are the 3 trees that have an apple in them that I'm going to show you. The second tree is also on the opposite of the one we just shot, on the other end of the flowers. We can just go ahead and shoot the apple off of this tree as well. It's right next to the North Plaza entrance. The last apple that we need is near the clock tower. Just go ahead and shoot it off the tree as well. After that, we're gonna go to the maintenance tunnels, so just grab yourself a car. In the maintenance tunnels, we're gonna head into the storage room right away. In the storage room, there is a milk that we can grab here. Afterwards, we're gonna make our way to the Wonderland Plaza exit. Right next to the truck, we're gonna have another milk. Afterwards, we're gonna go to the Alfresca exit, and again, next to the truck, another milk. And then we're gonna go to the North Plaza exit, and we're gonna head into the butcher shop. In the butcher shop, and I actually had 2 psychopaths in here, so I don't know if I was very unlucky or whatever, but just be careful when you enter this room, I guess. We're gonna have a milk on this counter here. There's also a second milk here you can grab, and then just head back out to the tunnels. Afterwards, you can just grab the truck that's right next to the butcher shop and make your way to the Paradise Plaza exit. We're then gonna take the exit and head to the bathroom and eat all of this food. At this point in the playthrough, we're getting really close to 7 days, and I took so much damage that I actually was running out of food here, and I was starting to get a little bit stressed out because I thought that I might not be able to complete the 7 days, because I didn't really kill any enemies or anything during that whole playthrough. And the longest you go, the more days you survive, the less food will get dropped by zombies and psychopaths and survivors and whatnot. So I actually went ahead and killed a few cultists and psychopaths in hopes of getting a little bit more food, because I was pretty scared that I would not have enough. So again, I recommend during your playthrough, if you see survivors or if you see a group of cultists, it is always worth it to kill them to get some extra food just to keep yourself safe, because the military will drain a lot of your health. And in my case, it almost cost me the whole run because I didn't grab enough extra food. So just be aware of that when you do it. I did manage to get some food, and sometimes they will drop you some raw meat. What you should always do if you get a raw steak or whatever, just head to a restaurant nearby, and most of them have a oven you can use to cook the meat. Well, same thing with pizza. If you have an uncooked pizza that drops, go ahead and cook it up before you eat it so that it will get you all the way up to full health. So at this point, you should have every food item in the mall, and all those food items are enough to get you to 7 days. The only reason that you would be out of food right now is if you took damage from enemies, which is very likely to happen. So once again, just go ahead and get some more food from zombies or survivors if you don't have enough. Otherwise, you can just skip time and reach 7 days. And that is the very last achievement that we can get in Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, and you get a cool laser sword for doing the infinity mode, as well as the Mega Buster for doing the zombie Annihilator. And that is all 50 achievements in Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, done in the most optimal way according to my findings. And I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that it was concise enough for you to be able to get those achievements easily. This video took a while to make, so I would very appreciate it if you could leave a like and make sure you comment if you have any questions or anything you need help with. I'm sure I or someone else can answer you and help you get the remaining achievements that you might be missing. Let me know what you thought of the video, and if you would like for me to do more of these kinds of videos, maybe on different games or other Dead Risings. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in watching more of my content, make sure you check out the channel and maybe subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.